What is going on, hockey fans? It is once again your boy Neil Villapiano, and welcome to another exciting live watch along right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, featuring the visiting New Jersey Devils and the New York Islanders. Once again, everybody, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. We really do appreciate it. This live watch along and all the watch alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network are sponsored by the awesome people at DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure when you sign up for DraftKings to use our promo code down in the bottom right corner, THPN. And for those of you that don't know, I am the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers all things New Jersey Devils. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very exciting Metropolitan Division matchup here tonight. I'm just excited because being a Devils fan and obviously covering this team, I haven't had that many opportunities to do games, quite frankly, because of differing circumstances. But nonetheless, I am here doing tonight's game. This is the only Devils game in the next 6 days. So after today, the Devils will be off for nearly a week. So unfortunately, I won't be seeing the Devils very much in the future, but I'm excited to do tonight's game. And these live watch-alongs, all of them are also comment-driven. So you guys leaving a comment in the comment section, I'll share it here on the screen. While you're here, also make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and punch that notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. Also, this will be the first of two watch-alongs we are doing tonight. After we are done here between the Devils and Islanders, my good friend and one of the co-hosts of the Tip of the Iceberg podcast, which covers the Pittsburgh Penguins here on the Hockey Podcast Network, and the host of the Hockey Hotbed podcast, Nick Berlansky, will be doing a live watch-along between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Los Angeles Kings. That should be starting at around 10:25. So hopefully this doesn't go too long and we don't overlap. But once this live watch along is done, stay right here because we will be doing one right after that between the Penguins and the Los Angeles Kings. So let's get to some of the comments because we got a lot of comments already. Jared Brown in the chat. What's going on, Jared? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on. Obviously a Vegas Golden Knights fan saying, did our Knights lose last night? Of course. Our boy, Jacob, who loves THPN, and also Poppy Mark Stone saying, yes, that stinks. 4-3. Yeah, tough loss for the Vegas Golden Knights last night. It was a close game. Jared Brown getting our first prediction of the night, saying he thinks the Devils will win. Jared, let me know what your score prediction is. Mine is 4-2 Devils. I feel that this will be a game that the Devils could, especially with getting a lot of guys back into the lineup tonight, even with 7 guys out due to COVID protocols. I think the Devils do have a little bit of advantage, even though they are on the road at UBS Arena. Boach Fuss, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Saying, time to rebuild the Islanders, sell what you can. That might be a little bit premature. I think you got to wait to see what happens as the rest of the season progresses. The Beer Sports Whatever podcast, once again in the chat saying, hey, everyone, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. My good friend and the man who makes all these live watch-alongs possible, Josh Deming, is in the chat. What's going on, Josh? We just spoke a couple minutes ago. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Fagio saying, is it Neil? Yes, it is, Fagio. I am here. And I told you, I promised you that I'll be doing another Winnipeg Jets game at some point, and I know you'll be excited about that. Jacob saying, hey, what's going on, Jacob? Nice. He changed his profile picture to Mark Stone. Looks like Josh is about to get $20 from everybody since he said $20 says it's Neil. Well, Josh, I mean, you kind of knew ahead of time, but still. My good friend Andrew saying, real deal, Neil. What is going on, Andrew? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Jacob saying, yo, it's Neil. Yes, here he is. Let me see that Devils logo. All right. I'll show you the one on my jersey right here, wearing the reverse retro, which is one of my all-time favorite Devils jerseys. Fagio is pumped up. So is Andrew. Cat Connors is in the chat. What's going on, Cat? Great to see you as always. Saying hi, let's go Islanders. All right, so we got one Devils and one Islanders. I want to see some more Devils fans in here. Jacob, on my side tonight, surprisingly, also going with a 4-2 Devils victory here tonight. All-star Jack Hughes. Yes, Yes, the NHL just announced about a half hour ago the All-Star participants, and the Devils are going to be represented, at least for now, by just Jack Hughes, who will make his first All-Star game appearance. You actually, if you go on NHL.com and go to where you vote for the All-Star game, you have until the end of January 17th to vote for one more player to get in. For the Devils, it's Jesper Bratt. So if you want Jesper Bratt in the All-Star game, make sure you go vote for him. Matty D's in the chat saying, Neil the Legend, what is going on, Matty? Great to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Jacob saying, Neil is watching his NJ Devils, aka no one likes the team but Neil. Great to see you as always, Jacob. John saying the Leafs lost last night. Yeah, they lost a interesting one. Of my good friends, Corey and Richie, who cover the Arizona Coyotes, were doing a live watch along for that one. They saw a good game as the Coyotes with an upset victory, a 2-1 victory at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Andrew giving us a 4-3 Devils victory as his prediction. Fudger saying, once Severson out with COVID, yeah, I mean, I think he's still on the list at the moment, so obviously they're going to be a little bit depleted on the back end, but I think with the way the Devils have done pretty well with next man up mentality, I feel confident that the Devils will still play well defensively. We got another one. Boom Manis, been a pretty new member to the community. I have watched many where I have no skin in the game because the people who cover the games and community are great. That's great to hear, man. Welcome to this live watch along. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. We do appreciate it, my friend. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help out the channel. Who's Mark Stone? It's Daddy Mark Stone. Yes, I know, Jacob. It's the fam watching, or is the fam watching? I would imagine my family's probably going to be watching the game in the other room. They also could just listen to my commentary, and I think they'll be able to figure out what's going on. Vote for Daddy Mark Stone. I voted for Mark Stone. Good job. Jacob and Jared representing themselves for the Vegas Golden Knights. Leafs overrated. How TF do you lose to the Yotes? Because hockey's a magical, unpredictable sport, Jacob, and you never know what can happen. Things happen that you just don't expect and you're not prepared for, and sometimes you run into a hot goaltender. And Velikama, I believe that's how you say his name, he just had a really great game last night, and he was the biggest reason that the Arizona Coyotes won. How about Tuukka Rask signing for the Bruins? Yes, he signed a contract for the rest of the year. He's actually making his season debut tonight for the Bruins, so obviously the Bruins got to be excited to get Tuukka Rask back with the team, and we'll see how he performs as the year goes along. Boom Man is giving us a 3-1 Devils victory prediction. That is awesome. Great to hear. Fadji saying another 2-stream night. Yes, we did one 2 days ago, and we're doing another one today. We are trying to get as many of these live watch-alongs as possible. Andrew saying voted Brad. That's awesome, Andrew. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. My prediction, Kat says, is for this game is 3-2 Islanders. All right, so close game. Danelle Weaver, as always, in the chat. Wow, you're wearing the Devils reverse retro jersey in Adidas. Nice. Where did you get it? And you know I have one too. Yes, I do know for a fact, Danelle, that you do have one. I got mine actually off the Devils website. Like the second that these became available, like I woke up early and I was ready to go. The second they were available, I bought one. So I bought this when it first came out. Like John giving us an update in the Bruins game. It's already 2-0 Boston. So Tuukka Rask already getting some good goal support. And then Jared saying which the Bruins are winning 2-0. Danelle saying, I had a feeling you'd be doing this live stream. Hey, whenever there's Devils games, it's usually me. I voted for Daddy Mark Stone and Ovi. Okay. Patrick's in the chat. What's going on, Patrick? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. He's saying 5-3 Devils. So there we go. Kat asking me who is my favorite Devil. I don't think this should come as much of a surprise, but my all-time favorite Devil is Martin Brodeur, 100%. So he's always going to be my all-time favorite hockey player, all-time favorite Devil. No question, arguably the greatest goaltender to ever play the position. Fudge is saying, you see the Avs-Preds game? The refs were terrible. Jesus, yeah, I did hear that it was a pretty rough game. I'm kind of used to these refs being absolutely horrific, and it doesn't surprise me that it was as bad as people were talking about. Jared Brown giving us a 4-3 prediction for the Devils to win. So other than just one person, everybody's picking the Devils tonight. I like it, and hopefully that does come to fruition. Boom Man is starting a GoFundMe for the ref in the Prince Abs game so you can go back to school and learn how to count. That's fair. That is fair. I'd probably support that. Andrew saying favorite Devils player right now. Ugh, that's rough. I probably would have to say Jesper Bratt. I've loved him since he got into the league. I love the fact that he's done super, super well this year. He's a sixth round pick that came out of nowhere in 17-18 and has really flourished. And I really hope he gets an opportunity to get the chance to maybe be in the All-Star game. VGK versus refs. Okay, Jacob, don't know what you're implying there. I got my Devils reverse retro from Sports K. That's also a good place. I got a Devils Marty jersey from there. And also the Rangers reverse retro jersey. Meanwhile, I got the Islanders reverse retro from the Adidas website. All right, very cool. Lee is once again in the chat as he always is. Hello again from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. What is going on, Lee? Great to see you as always, my friend. Let me know who you got in your pool tonight in any of these games, even if it's in this Devils-Islanders game. Would love to know. Since when is diving a penalty? Well, that's kind of a embellishment type of call, Jacob. So I can see why the refs would call that. Are you going to watch the very exciting NFL playoffs this year? I definitely am, especially with me being a Las Vegas Raiders fan. I'm excited to see them play. They get the first game on Saturday. I think it's like 4 or 4:30 against the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'll probably watch some of the other games as well. Should be a lot of fun in the first round of the playoffs. And we'll see who ends up moving on to the next round and really gets things going. But we are just about ready to start our game tonight. But the one thing that I wanted to quickly share with you guys from the Devils' perspective is that two of their goaltenders, Akira Schmid and Mackenzie Blackwood, are currently on the COVID protocol list and are not available for tonight's game. So the Devils actually had to call a New Jersey native from relatively close to where I'm from in Monmouth County, New Jersey, Kyle Shapiro, to an amateur tryout contract to be the Devils' backup. He's actually also their emergency backup goaltender, or E-Bug. He's basically their David Ayers, and he is going to be suiting up and being the backup to John Gillies tonight. So John Gillies will be playing in just his second or third game so far this season with the Devils. And if things happen, if things go wrong or something bad happens, which I hope not, Shapiro might get an opportunity to play in this game. So we shall see. But both teams are just about ready to drop the puck here, and we will see how this one progresses. Shocked that this game would still go on between Devils and Islanders of both teams getting killed by COVID. At the end of the day, the NHL is trying hard not to postpone too many games so it doesn't get completely out of hand. Both of these teams are somewhat depleted, but we'll see if it really is a major effect for either team. But we are just about ready. The puck is dropped and we are underway here at the UBS Arena between the Devils and the New York Islanders. It's the first time in quite some time. It's actually the first time since January 1st, since New Year's Day, that the New York Islanders are playing. So obviously they definitely are going to have to take some time to get their legs in, but we shall see how both teams come out. There's a shot there and almost a rebound try by Clutterbuck, and then he tried to direct it off the back of Gillies, but Gillies was able to make the save. So not even 30 seconds in, and the Islanders nearly were able to strike first. Neil, what do you think of the Black Devils jersey? I mean, at this point now, I'm cool with it. I mean, we've won 2 of the 3 games we played in it, so it's been the best alternate jersey we've had in the last several years. It's grown on me a little bit, but still, there was so much potential with it that I honestly am still not a big fan of it. Andrew talking about Shapiro, Ocean, New Jersey, represent. Absolutely. Boom is my favorite player all time is Patrick Waugh. Totally understandable since you are obviously a Colorado Avalanche fan. Current is tough. It's between Nathan McKinnon or Cale Makar. You got some good options over there in Colorado. You really do. Are you watching the game on MSG Devils feed or the Islanders feed on MSG Plus? Now, of course, I'm going to be watching on the Devils feed. I mean, obviously, I have the game muted for obvious reasons, but yeah, I have. I'm on the Devils. I'm on the Devils. What do they call it? Feed for this game. Finally, the Jets are playing. Fajo, when was the last time the Jets played? Is a shot by Nico Hischier from the left side is stopped by the goaltender for the Islanders. I believe it's Sorokin, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look. But Barzal drops it off to Andy Green, the former Devil. He takes a shot that's blocked, and now the Devils look to try to get something here. And here come the Devils, potential 2-on-1. Nico Hischier with a shot, and the rebound try just went wide off the shot from Zacha. He didn't get all of it, but got enough of it to get a good chance, but it just went wide. So both teams early on here with a pretty good opportunity, but neither could score. But Nico Hischier already 2 shots on goal. The captain, who's really been playing well despite the injury that he suffered a couple games ago against the Washington Capitals, continuing to play well here as a shot is saved and out of play as we get a stop with exactly 2 minutes into the game. So we'll see some other comments here. John's giving us a big-time prediction, bold one. He has the Devils winning this one tonight 5-0, which would be kind of crazy considering we have John Gillies in net, but I'll take a win no matter what. Jared Brown saying it's a big fight in the Hurricanes Blue Jackets game. All right. That's pretty cool. Jacob saying, who's my favorite player? It's Alex Pietrangelo, Jacob. There's my answer. What a great start from these two teams. Yeah, absolutely. Look, both of these teams, they've been off for a while. The Devils haven't played since Saturday. They're antsy to play some games. And so both teams are going to come out with some energy, and that's what you're seeing early on here. Faggio saying, Devils should draft this dude eligible for the 2022 draft class named Jack Hughes. Yeah, there is, going into the 2022 NHL entry draft, there is another player by the name of Jack Hughes that is available. It's just like with the Islanders, they have the other Sebastian Aho. Would it be funny to see the Devils draft Jack Hughes? Probably would, but a breakaway chance for Casey Cizikas. He comes in and the shot goes wide. Oh, he had all day on that one, and it looked like he didn't even get the shot on net as the Devils defense gets a break there, as the Islanders nearly were able to score as we've reached just 3 minutes into this one. So some early fireworks here offensively for both teams. No goals yet, but the way this game's going, if it's going to be like this, we're going to get a couple goals as this one progresses. Jacob saying, no, sir, it's Daddy Mark Stone. I knew that, Jacob. I was just messing with you, man. You know that. So we get a stoppage in play here with 16:48 to go as Greer is slow to get up as he goes to the bench, takes off a helmet. And actually, there's a penalty coming up here against Johnston of the New York Islanders. So a little bit more than 3 minutes into the game, the Devils are going to the power play, which their power play has actually been better of late. So I believe that's AJ Greer, who's one of the guys that was called up from the minors for the Devils, was on there. And on the replay of the Cizikas breakaway, it does look like that maybe Gillies got a piece of it, but let's see here. Yeah, Johnston kind of boarded Greer against the boards, and they're going to call a 2-minute minor. So the Devils will get their first crack on the power play here. Got some more comments here. I will say logically that the Devils and Islanders have been getting killed with COVID all season long so far. Meanwhile, the Rangers haven't gotten hit hard with COVID and mostly been healthy. When you're lucky, I guess. I mean, I can't explain how the Rangers have gotten this, this clean so far without major COVID outbreaks, considering all the other teams in their area have been dealing with it. It's strange. But right now, the Devils are going to just try to set something up. And again, the puck goes out of the offensive zone, so the Devils will have to regroup. No dog in the fight as far as the hockey pool, just scouting them tonight. Fair enough. Hockey legend once again in the chat. What's going on, sir? Hope you are doing well. I'm assuming you're going to be trying to stay up late tonight as the Rangers start at 10:30 tonight against the San Jose Sharks. That should be a good one. But good to see you as always, my friend. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. It really does help out. And Faggio saying, because it's John Gillies, I'll say 4-3 Devils. All right, that's fair. That's fair. If Gillies gives up less than 3 goals tonight, I would be very surprised. Have you seen the NHL All-Star Game jerseys? They were released today. How do you like them? I honestly like them. I think they're sleek. They're simple. They look pretty cool. They go back to the old colors that we've seen, the red for the east side and then the blue for the West. It looks good. Well, and again, I'll have a better opinion on it once I actually see them on the ice. So we'll see what happens when the All-Star Game comes along. But a pass in front there and a shot. And that one is a great save there by the Islanders goaltender. One-time shot by Andreas Johnson. And that one is blocked. Devils keep it in now. Subban over to Johnson. Andreas Johnson dropped to the Subban. Subban one-time shot to the right side. And that one is stopped by Sorokin. And then the Islanders clear. That was a very good try there. A couple of good opportunities by the Devils, but the power play is going to come to an end without a goal. But that was a good way to finish it after it looked like, for the most part, the Devils weren't going to do anything. But good opportunities there. But again, Sorokin making a couple of good saves. So teams are back to even strike now as PK Subban with the puck. As he's actually paired with Ryan Graves. That's interesting. And by the way, guys, I mentioned this before, but the Devils' next game will not be until next Wednesday when they are back home against the Arizona Coyotes. So it's going to be a while until the Red and Black are back on the ice after this one. So for the Devils, it would be massive if they can find a way to get a victory tonight and, go into that, again, week break on a high note. As Noah Dobson around the net gives it over. Gives it to Josh Bailey. Bailey with a shot. That one is stopped by Gillies. And now both teams trying to just get the puck. And eventually it's Jack Hughes who comes down the left side. Jack Hughes waiting for a trailer. Drops it off to Sharangovich. Sharangovich with a backhand try. And that one is stopped by Sorokin. And he'll cover it as we'll get a stoppage in play. With 13:49 to go in the first period. Both teams trading some good chances. But at the moment, it's still no score. And we are going to get our first break in the action as we get our first win of the night from our sponsors. And as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code in the bottom right corner, THPN. So we are a little bit more than 6 minutes into this one. The Devils just had a power play opportunity. They did not score, but both teams have created some good chances. But the goaltending has been good so far. So let's get to some other comments here. Hockey Legend saying Jacob changed his profile picture to Mark Stone. Not surprising. No, I'm with you, Hockey Legend. Not surprising at all. Faggio, you ready for trivia? Oh boy. Yes, I am ready for trivia, Faggio. Give me your best. Hockey Legend's giving us a 2-0 Devils prediction. All right, so we've had a lot of Devils predictions for this one here today. Very, very impressed. When's the All-Star break? That's a good question, Andrew. Let me look that up really quick. 2022 NHL All-Star Game. Yeah, here we go. Let's see here. It should be around early February, so in probably like 3 weeks. So it's like February. So basically the week of like February 3rd. So let's see here. Islanders, as Lee says, Islanders are all defense. I predict 3-2 Devils in overtime. All right, so we got another close one. I'm surprised the Coyotes beat the Leafs. Aren't we all? I don't think anybody expected that. It's a shot from Noah Dobson is blocked and goes wide. Devils just trying to get it out of the zone. The last time the All-Star game was in the Pacific City was 2019 in San Jose, and the Central beat the Pacific for the first time in ages. Yes, that is correct, and that was definitely an exciting one. But now the Islanders again. Anthony Beauvillier with a shot and a great glove save by Gillies as Beauvillier came down the left side, had a partial breakaway, tried to beat Gillies' far side, but Gillies flashes the leather and denies Beauvillier of the first goal. So that's already the second time that the Islanders have had somewhat of a breakaway. The Devils' defense taking a little bit too much of a risk. They got to settle it down a little bit before the Islanders team takes advantage of it. Jacob saying Yotes over Leafs. All right, fair enough. Everyone is hating on how the NHL picking players for the All-Star game, picking any player from every team, even though certain teams haven't done well and not having a good season. My whole thing is this: in every All-Star game, there should be at least one player from every team, even if they're not doing well. I mean, you have to me, you have to be fair. You have to be, You have to give everybody an opportunity, because if you have fans from each team watching the All-Star game because they have somebody in it, that just puts more eyeballs to the screen and gets you more TV revenue. So that's just the way that I look at it with that. Tonight for the Devils against the Islanders, the only scheduled game between January 9th and the 18th. So, like I said, the Devils are off for some time, as their next two games after this were against Montreal and Toronto, but because of COVID and situation up in Canada, those games got postponed. So we'll the Devils will be out for some time, like I mentioned before. You have one more playoff games series than the overrated Leafs. Yeah, that's true. In the most recent years, that is true. But a shot here by Colton White that's deflected by Johnson, but goes high of the net. So the Devils once again fighting for it in the offensive zone, trying to get it, but then the Islanders take it away, fired off the boards and out. What are your thoughts on the Giants firing Joe Judge? I was so happy that they fire him. I love how you guys always want you want my opinions of other sports. I think it's great. I actually really love it. My thoughts is good riddance. Obviously, you don't like to see people get fired and lose their job, but Joe Judge was a hack. I mean, to be quite frank, a lot of people could not understand why he was hired in the first place. Even his colleagues in New England were surprised. The shot by the Islanders is stopped and covered by Gillies with 11:59 to go in the first period. Still no score. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it had to happen. And I'm glad that the Giants cleaned house. They're looking for a new GM. They're currently interviewing candidates right now. There's a couple of solid coaching options out there for head coach. And I'm just looking forward to the Giants hopefully finally turning it around and getting back to being a respectable franchise. But I'm just glad that Joe Judge is gone. That's definitely how I feel about that. If this game goes to a shootout, as I watch local hockey, the Devils or Islanders are not good in shootouts. No, I'm not ready for a shootout, especially with the Devils. I'll watch a shootout with any other team except the Devils, because I know the Devils won't win, and they really struggle at them. Faggio giving us an update in the Jets game. Andrew Kopp, Jets scored. Let's go. Awesome. Wasn't Gillies a former Islander? I believe he was an Islander for a while. I never played a game for the Islanders, but I believe he was in the Islander system for a little while. Andrew saying Gillies was with Calgary and St. Louis. Yeah, but I also think for like a very small time, even though it doesn't show it, I think he got signed to a professional tryout contract or something like that. That's what I heard. Let's see here. The Coyotes got the Avalanche tomorrow. We are taking them down. Be careful what you say there, Boom Manis, because that's what the Leafs fans said last night, and they ended up losing. So be careful. As the MSG showing PK Subban through 33 games, 2 goals, 11 assists. Honestly, from an offensive perspective, he's actually had his best year in New Jersey, which isn't saying a whole lot. From a defensive perspective, he's still somewhat of a liability, but he hasn't done a whole lot recently that's been bad, except he keeps slew-footing people. So PK Subban is definitely it's definitely been an issue this year, and I doubt the Devils will keep him after this season, but crazier things have happened. As Pavel Zacha around the net, he gives the puck over the top of the point to Siegenthaler, over to Nico Hischier. Hischier with the puck, gives it over to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler with a slap shot. That one is blocked by an Islander player and will go out of the Islander zone. Good shot there by Siegenthaler, but a better block by the Islanders. Danelle asking me, as we change sports again, what are your thoughts on the Nets' blowout win over the Bulls last night, even though they haven't beaten a good team all season long? Well, until now. That was awesome. That third quarter was phenomenal. They went on, to finishing at 47-10 run? I mean, it was absolutely phenomenal, the dominance that they had. And that just goes to show you, when everything is clicking, that's how dangerous this Nets team is. And there's only one thing that's going to prevent them, is Jack Hughes with a shot and a good shoulder save by Sorokin. There's only one thing that's going to stop the Nets from reaching their ultimate potential, and that is Steve Nash, who I still think is not a good head coach and needs to be fired. But he won't, because that's just what it is. Sharangovich with a shot, and he scores! It's Yegor Sharangovich! With a little bit more than halfway through the period, he takes a shot from the left side that just beats under the right leg pad of Sorokin, and the Devils have struck first. It's 1-0. Sharangovich just came off the COVID list today, and he wastes little time as he goes through the 5-hole of Sorokin. And Sharangovich living up to his name, getting the Devils on the board first. That is a big-time goal there, and a good start for this Devils team, as again, it looks like actually it might have gone under the right arm of Sorokin. Either way, the puck is in the back of the net, and the Devils take a 1-0 lead. Sharangovic's goal is his 8th of the season. As Wahlstrom with a shot, and that one is kicked aside by Gillies. But a good win for the Nets, Nhl, to answer your question. Hopefully they can get back-to-back wins when they take on Oklahoma City in about 15 minutes. Silver Wolf in the chat. What's going on, Wolf? Great to see you again. Hope you're doing well. 2-1 Islanders victory. All right. So according to you, the Devils have scored their only goal of the night. Hopefully that's not the case from my perspective. But thank you for that prediction. Only the second Islander victory prediction there. Because in fantasy, Gilly's pick is still him in an Islanders jersey. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I saw that before. Danelle saying, do you watch Jersey Shore? And I've been watching. No, I don't. I refuse to watch it. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's a waste of time. It's a stereo. There's so many slurs to it from an Italian perspective. It's insulting to people who live in Jersey. And most of those people who are in the show are not even from Jersey. So no, I don't watch it. I think it's a waste of time. I understand the entertainment value of it all, but no, I have never watched it and I don't plan on watching it. Andrew is pumped up saying Sharon Govich. You'll love to see it. Love to see it. Oh God. Devils are overrated is in the chat saying hello. Not a big fan of I don't know how you would say the Devils are overrated, but an opportunity and a backhand try by VZ is stopped by the glove of Sorokin, and now the Islanders come the other way. It's Matt Barzal comes crashing into the net. Is there a penalty? Doesn't appear to be as far as I know, but the net is dislodged, and so we will get a stoppage in play with 9:05 to go here in the first period. The Devils have struck first on Sharangovich's 8th goal of the year, and it's 1-0 New Jersey. But again, I don't know how you can necessarily say the Devils are overrated, considering that we're towards the bottom of the NHL, but okay. Weird. But thank you so much, man, for coming on. We do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Really does help out the channel. Boo Manis is pumped up as well. Let's go. Absolutely. Everyone has said Nash is not a good coach. Every time the Nets lose, seen it on social media, on their Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Because he's not a good coach. He's not a coach, period, in my opinion. The reality is simply that he's only here because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving wanted him here. I personally was a big fan of Jacques Vaughn because of what he did with the Nets team in the bubble, but he was never going to get the head coaching job because he wasn't in the good graces of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But this is the coach that we got, and this is who I have to deal with, and it's very frustrating. Andrew saying, Mickey Mouse Club in the house. All right, there we go. Leo Gandolfo, what's going on? Leo saying, let's go. Great to see you as always. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Do appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It does help out the channel tremendously. Faggio, imagine Jack Hughes passes to Jack Hughes. He waits Deeks and he'll pass it down to Hughes. One timer scores Jack Hughes off a pass from the other Jack Hughes. It's going to happen. I think the Devils are going to end up being in a position where the best player on the board is going to be Jack Hughes, and they're going to select him. That's the way that I see it. I don't know actually how good this Jack Hughes is. I'll look it up in the next commercial break, but I'm kind of curious to see what he's all about. But we are going to step aside once again as we'll get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs, everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up, make sure to use our promo code down in the bottom right corner, THPN. So about 8.5 minutes to go here in the first. Yegor Sharangovich about 2 minutes ago scored to give the Devils a 1-0 lead. The Devils right now have the puck in the offensive zone, but they lose it. Now the Islanders come the other way. Gandolfo again, good to see you as always. Thank you for the comment. Devils are overrated. Do you like my PFP? Yeah, it's interesting. Are you a Oilers fan, or are you like a big like Wayne Gretzky fan? Because I remember when the Devils were called a Mickey Mouse organization by Wayne Gretzky. As a backhand try by number 10 of the Islanders goes high of the net, but he misses here as we've just reached 8 minutes to go here in the first period. Islanders right now have the puck. Kiefer Bellows around the net, giving up number 10. I am not sure who number 10 is. I do apologize. But the Islanders have the puck in the offensive zone, up top of the point. Defenseman takes a shot. That one is stopped by Gillies. It goes and gets kicked aside. I'm a Vegas Golden Knights fan. There's a lot of Vegas Golden Knights fans that like support this channel, which is fine by me. And there's always a lot of them in the chat. But now the Devils have the puck and a shot there and a great right leg pad save by Sorokin. That was a tremendous save there by Sorokin. And I'm not sure who took that shot. As we'll get an icing here against the Islanders. Face-off be back in the Islanders zone with 7:21 to go. Dawson Mercer, the rookie for the Devils, 36 games, 9 goals, 11 assists for 20 points. So he is 1 goal away from being the next double-digit goal scorer on this team. Jesper Bratt currently is the only one as far as I know off the top of my head. So we'll see if and I know there's like 3 or 4 guys that are getting pretty close. I mean, Sharangovich scores 2 more times. He's got 10 goals. So there you go. The Devils have the puck right now. Ty Smith wraps it around the boards as the Devils get into the offensive zone. Jesper Boquist, top of the point to Jarosz. Boquist, back to Jarosz, now to Smith. Smith with a shot, and that was an easy pad blocker save by Sorokin, and it goes out. So the Devils will have to go back and get the puck. Jarosz is hounded by an Islander player, but he gets it over to Ty Smith. And Smith able to chip it up just before someone could get hit. Islanders take it away and fire it back into the zone, and Gillies will play it behind the net. And I know I'm going to regret saying this, guys. I really know. I really know I'm going to regret saying this. But so far, John Gillies has looked solid. He's looked calm, cool, and collected. And we need that. And the good news is that by the time that the Devils play again in 6 days when they take on the Coyotes, as we are going to get a penalty here against the Devils, it's going to be a tripping call, as Beauvillier was trying to make a move around, I believe it was at Ryan Graves, but he ended up getting tripped by Graves. And so with 6:19 to go, the Islanders, who are trailing 1-0 right now, are going to get their first crack on the power play. Graves not really liking the call there. We'll see on the replay. I mean, to be fair, like Beauvillier had nowhere to go. I mean, it's one of those things where he just tried to avoid Graves. He collided with him and tripped. So I'm not necessarily against that call. It's a little bit of a weak call, but it is a tripping penalty. So it'll be a 2-minute minor against Graves, and we'll see what happens. I won't say no offense because it cannot be taken another way, but currently the Devils are not overrated. They are barely rated. Boom, Mattis, you're right. You're right. We're not really overrated. We're not really underrated. We're just rated. There's your answer. But hopefully as the Devils progress and get better, especially with this season, we can make some progress. Leo Gandolfo, how old is Ty Smith? Actually, Gandolfo, that's a good question that I want to know for my own self. Let me double check. I feel bad that I don't know this off the top of my head, but some things I just have to look for myself. Let's see here. Let's see. As now the Islanders have the puck, looking to try to set something up, but again, it was blocked. Ty Smith, good old Ty Smith, is 21 years of age. So there you go. Ty Smith is 21, which is crazy. Matt Barzal, backhand try, and that one is blocked before it gets down. And Siegenthaler is tripped, and that's going to do it for, is it going to? Yeah, now it's going to do it for the Islanders penalty, that power play that lasted all of 38 seconds, as Brock Nelson will go to the sin bin as he's going to get called for a trip on Jonas Siegenthaler, who was just, he tripped him. He did trip him. It was the right call. So now the teams will skate 4 aside for the next minute 42, and then the Devils will have a very, very brief power play. So we shall see what happens. So the ice is opened up here. 5:41 to go here in the first period. Devils still leading it 1-0 on the goal by Yegor Sharangovich, his 8th of the year. Once again, guys, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us tonight on this live watch along. Again, my name is Nhl Villapiano. I'm the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers the New Jersey Devils. And haven't been able to do a lot of Devils games of late, but I'm happy to be doing this one. And again, this is the only game in the next week or so that the Devils will be playing again. Their next game will be in 6 days at home against the Arizona Coyotes, which I do plan on potentially doing a live watch along for that one. I believe at the moment I'm doing 2 or 3 next week, so stay tuned for all of that. So about a minute left here on the 4-on-4. As PK Subban with the puck, coming up the center of the ice like a forward, drops it off to, I believe that's Jack Hughes. Yes, Jack Hughes comes down the left side. Hughes takes a shot. That's a good save there by Sorokin, but a good shot by Jack Hughes, looking to try to see if he could surprise Sorokin there. Now the Islanders will just chip it out of the zone. Subban will retreat and get it back for the Devils. Gives it to Ty Smith. Smith drops it off to Johnson down the left side. Johnson takes a shot. That one's blocked by Noah Dobson of the Islanders. 30 seconds to go here on the 4-on-4. Dawson Mercer with the puck, drops it off, gives it over to Smith, over to Colton White. He takes a shot. That was a good pad save, leg pad save there by Sorokin. And now the Islanders looking to try to come the other way, and it gets snuffed out on good defense by Ty Smith. Colton White, who just got called up from the taxi squad today, is coming down the left side, takes a shot. That one is stopped and covered by Sorokin, and he'll have to cover as we get another stop here with 4:26 to go in the opening period here. Still 1-0 Devils on a goal by Yegor Sharangovich. Corey Kidd once again in the chat saying, hi, what's going on, Corey? Great to see you as always, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps out the channel tremendously. And we will be right back as we will get another word from our sponsors. And as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code down in the bottom right corner when you sign up, THP. And so we are, a little bit less than 5 minutes to go here in this first period. Still 1-0 Devils on a goal by Yegor Sharangovich. The Devils' next 3 games, again against the Coyotes in 6 days. Then they play Carolina, and then they play the LA Kings. That's all in a week and change from now. So the Devils, they have a lot of time between their next couple of games. So it's going to be interesting to see how they practice and everything. But 30 seconds to go here on the abbreviated power play for the Devils. And now a takeaway there by the Islanders. It's Cal Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck trying to just kill some time, but the Devils take it. And now here comes Jack Hughes down the right side. Drops it off, but it's intercepted by Cizikas at center ice. Gives it over to Adam Pelech. Pelech will just fire it into the zone. Congratulations, by the way, to Adam Pelech, who is currently the going to be the representative, at least the one representative of the New York Islanders at the 2022 NHL All-Star Game. As now the teams are back to even strength with 3:36 to go here in the first period. Devils trying to keep it in the zone, and they cannot, so drops it back out to Ty Smith, who will then set up, who will restart here as Smith is now PK Subban with the puck. Shots are currently 13-10 in favor of the Devils, and as a result, they have the 1-0 lead. Devils have gotten 2 breaks earlier on in this period. Cizikas and then Beauvillier both had partial breakaways, but both of them ended up getting denied by John Gillies. But they were definitely point blank, really, grade A opportunities that the Islanders could have easily scored on. But the Devils were able to get bailed out by the goaltender, and then they were eventually able to score and get themselves the 1-0 lead. And now here comes Boquist. He'll touch up, and it looks like we're going to get another penalty, this time against the Devils with 2:53 to go in the first. And it looks like it's Colton White who's going to the sin bin here. So the Islanders are going to go back to the power play, and we'll see if it lasts more than 38 seconds, as looks like White's going to be called for a holding there. Jacob saying, hey, Neil, do a 24-hour stream when you guys hit 1,000 subs. That's actually not a bad idea. It might sound crazy, but I think we'll need a lot of guys to do that one. So I'll talk to the rest of the guys at the network, and we'll see what we can do. Hockey's biggest fan is back in the chat. Great to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. It says, I am back. Great to see you, man. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it as always. Hope your league is doing well, by the way. So it'll be a 2-minute hooking call against Colton White. So now the Islanders here, late in the period, have an opportunity to see if they can tie this game up. Noah Dobson and a one-time shot by Wahlstrom, and that's a good save by Gillies. Devils tried to clear it. They could not. Now Barzal tried to drop it over to Noah Dobson, and the puck just goes beyond the blue line, and the Islanders will have to come out of the zone and regroup. Barzal at center ice, looking to set it up, drops it off on the right side to Anders Lee. The captain of the Islanders, Lee, drops it off to Noah Dobson. Dobson over to Barzal on the right side. Barzal, stick handling, looking to try to create something on the open side. Gives over to Lee, down in the left circle. Now over to Barzal, over to Dobson. Dobson back to Barzal. Barzal lost it for a second, but regains the puck. Barzal holds, still holding the puck here. Not sure what exactly he's looking for. Drops it off to Brock Nelson, and that one was stopped, at least for a moment, by Gillies. And it goes wide. Devils just trying to clear it out, and eventually they do. As Jimmy Vesey now one-on-one with a Islander defenseman. He takes a shot that gets blocked and goes wide. 50 seconds to go here on the man advantage for the Islanders. 1:40 to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 Devils. Hockey's biggest fan saying, I missed you. I missed you too, man. It's a short-handed shot by Sharagovich, and that was a tough save made by Sorokin. Good shoulder save there, but the Devils nearly getting themselves a short-handed goal to double the lead. And now the Islanders coming back into the zone. It's Anthony Beauvillier getting pinned along the boards here. As now Parise backs it around the boards. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Parise with the puck. Zach Parise, the former Devils captain, drops it to Beauvillier. Beauvillier over to the left defensive partner, gives it over to number 2. Beauvillier fakes the slap shot, then takes a wrist shot, and then wants a good save, and then a follow-up try, and the Islanders score. It's Josh Bailey that scores on a rebound, and with 1:01 to go here in the first period, the Islanders have tied it up. It's 1-1. So that is frustrating as the Devils concede on the power play late in this period, and that will certainly give the Islanders some momentum. Beauvillier took the shot. Gillies had to make a high save, protecting himself with his glove and his stick, but then the puck dropped right down to Josh Bailey, who got around a defender, and he was able to knock it in untouched and scores. And so Josh Bailey gets himself a goal, and the Islanders tie the game up at 1. So that is a tough one. Getting an update on the stick league there. Josh Bailey getting just his second goal of the season. That is tough for the Devils to give a guy who's so beloved on the island, but has had a really tough year getting just his second goal of the year. Leafs won last night 5-2 versus the Islanders. Impressive in that stick league. Now the Devils come the other way, and they almost got offsides, but they're on. Montreal lost 3-2 against the Sens in overtime. My wonderful father, Papa Villapiano, as most people know him. I don't get how the Islanders could have dropped off so much. And of course, as soon as I say that, they score. You probably, just be careful with what you say, because it might come back to haunt you here. One more last night. Avs won 6-3 versus the Jets. So a lot of high scoring in the stick league. As a shot by the Islanders is stopped and covered by Gillies. And we'll get a face-off here with 13.4 remaining here in the first period. Josh Bailey on the power play, scoring just his second goal of the year, has tied the game up at 1 apiece. So the face-off will be to the right of John Gillies. Ilya Sorokin looking far on the other side of the ice. The white whale, I believe they call him. I'd actually like to know why they call him that. If there's any Islander fans in this chat, let me know in the comments why they call Sorokin the white whale. I'd like to know that for my own entertainment. As Ryan Graves gets the puck for the Devils, fires it around the boards and out. 6 seconds to go here in the first period. The Islanders will just hold it. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And that will do it for the first period of action, as the Devils scored a little bit less than halfway through this period to get the 1-0 lead on a goal by Sharangovich. But then with 1:01 to go in the first period, the New York Islanders scored on a power play by Josh Bailey to tie the game up at 1. And that is where we are at the end of the first 20 minutes of action. And we will step aside once again and get another word from our sponsors. As always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up, make sure to use our promo code in the bottom right corner here, THPN. So we are here now in the first intermission of our game between the New York Islanders and the New Jersey Devils. The Devils struck first on a goal by Yegor Sharangovich to make it 1-0, but with about a minute to go in the period on the power play, Josh Bailey scored to tie the game up at 1. Julia Escobar is in the chat. What is going on, Julia? Great to see you as always. Excuse me. Hope you are doing well. Saying, hey, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. I'm here once again doing a live watch along, watching some Devils hockey, and I also got myself, of course, a glass of wine. So I really am just chilling right now. How are you doing, Julia, on this fine Thursday evening? Hockey legend, I'm back. I never win, but I'm not mad. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is Jacob here? I have not heard him in a while. Jacob is always here. Sometimes he's just doing other things and has us in the background, and he'll probably come in, every now and then and say hi. But I'm sure he's here. He'll be here for this one, and he'll probably be here for the other game after this. And speak of the devil, there he is. So there's your answer, hockey legend. And speaking of the next game, for those of you that are just joining us, this is the first of 2. That's right, 2 live watch-alongs that we are doing today. As right after our game here between the Islanders and Devils, my good friend Nick Berlatsky will be doing a live watch-along of the Pittsburgh Penguins versus Los Angeles Kings game. That live watch-along is projected to start at around 10:25. Again, hoping that this game that we're doing right now doesn't go longer than it should be, but you try not to, you got to expect the unexpected. Let's put it that way. Jacob saying, I'm watching Elmo on TikTok. I'm dying. Okay. By the way, Jacob, a I believe your brother was on this chat the last live watch along that I did. Can you confirm that for me, or was I just getting was I just getting trolled there? By the way, I just want to know because he was saying that he was your brother, also a Vegas Golden Knights fan. But while we have some time here, as we always do, let's see here. I wanted to talk just a couple things. Yeah, no, yeah, see, this is what I thought. Jacob goes, my brother, WTF. Well, Jacob, first of all, do you have a brother? I just want to know, like, we're trying to investigate this because I'd like to know. I'd like to see that. Um, Hockey legend saying, I'm moving into a new house on Saturday. I've had the same house for 19 years. Wow, man, that is awesome. How do you feel? That must be like a crazy experience to be leaving somewhere where you've been for almost 2 decades to now you're going into a completely new place. Talk to us about it. Let us know how you feel. Uh, he goes, yes, that was my brother. I was watching with him. Okay, so we did get confirmation that was your brother. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Just wanted to know. That. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate it. But while we have some time here, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about a couple things. The first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was a report that we got earlier, about an hour ago, actually, and it revolves. And I feel like Nhl in particular would definitely be interested in hearing this because I'm sure he would probably ask me if I didn't bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Gary Bettman was talking to the Canadian press, and he says, "quote There is no current opportunity for the NHL to return to Quebec City." So this is an article that was written by Josh Wegman of The Score, which is one of the many outlets you can get for sports media, sports written articles and things like that. And it reads as follows. I'm going to read you the article. It's a 2-minute read, so it's not that long. The imminent return of the Quebec Nordiques appears to be a long shot at this point. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman met virtually with Quebec Finance Minister Eric Girard on Thursday about the possibility of an NHL franchise returning to Quebec City, according to the Canadian press. Although both parties described the chat as cordial, it did not yield the results Nordiques fans were seeking. Quote, we explained that while we were appreciative and flattered by the interest expressed, unfortunately, we are not aware of any opportunity that could address that interest at the current time, Gary Bettman said. We appreciate the lines of communication between the parties have been refreshed, and we agreed to stay in touch with each other as circumstances warrant going forward. Quebec Premier Francois Legault announced his interest in bringing an NHL franchise back to the province capital last November, stating that there were meetings set up with Bettman in the coming months. One thing Quebec City has in its favor is an NHL-ready arena. The Videotron Center opened in 2015. It contains 18,259 seats, which would automatically make the Nordiques, or the Quebec team, the 16th largest rink in the National Hockey League. The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League's Quebec Remparts are currently the primary tenant. The NHL recently expanded to 32 teams with the addition of the Seattle Kraken, with no further expansion plans on the horizon. A relocation is likely Quebec City's best chance at getting a team. There has been plenty of speculation about the Arizona Coyotes' future in the desert in recent years. The city of Glendale informed the team in August that the 2022-21-22 campaign will be its last at Gila or Gila River Arena, but the team president Xavier Gutierrez said at the time that the franchise is 100% committed to finding a long-term arena solution in Arizona. The Coyotes submitted a bid in September to build a new arena in nearby Tempe, Arizona, but they reportedly don't currently have the votes in Tempe City Council to get the approval. The team's plans for 2022-23 are unknown. The Quebec Nordiques were an NHL team from 1979 to 1995 before relocating to Colorado and becoming the Colorado Avalanche, Boo Mance's favorite team. A couple other comments here. Hockey Legend talking about his new place. I'm feeling great. I'm getting a cool room with all my Ranger stuff, and I'm going to color my walls red, white, and blue. Love it, man. Absolutely love it. Cannot wait for you to report back to us, and maybe we get a chance to see some pictures down the road. Excuse me, guys. I just had dinner. I do apologize. There has been a bunch of cities that have had teams come and go. Name at least 7. Come and go. Okay, so let's try this out. So let's go with the Atlanta Flames. There's been a bunch of cities that have had teams come and go. Atlanta Flames, Atlanta Thrashers, Hartford Whalers, Quebec Nordiques. Let's see here. The what else we got? We got the California Golden Seals. Um, we got the this is a good one actually. The original Ottawa Senators. The original. Um, and then what else? Oh, the Minnesota North Stars. So there you go. Oh, you mean cities, not former teams. Not former teams. All right, well, I just took like 5 minutes to get to do that, so now it's not even worth it. Dang. All right. Uh, Jacob, how old is your brother? He's 17. Fair enough. Hockey saying my sister is 18, my brother's 14. LA Lakers. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I'm assuming that's what LAL means. I could be wrong. The Lakers moved. Where did they? No. Yeah, they moved. Yeah, they moved like from Minneapolis back in the day, not like now. Uh, my pop, because he wants to show everybody what he knows. Atlanta twice, Kansas City, Colorado the first time, Quebec, Winnipeg the first time, Houston Aeros. Wow. How about that? And interestingly enough, the Aeros are back in hockey. They're just a minor league team now. So there's a fun fact for all you ladies and gentlemen. But let's go back to the article that I just read a few moments ago. So it looks like, unfortunately, that we will not be seeing the Quebec Nordiques coming back into the National Hockey League anytime soon. Unless, obviously, it comes to the point where the Coyotes have no other options but to move. I think for the right now, that is the only thing that the Quebec fans can bank on right now. I think the only thing they can hope for is that maybe, just maybe, the Quebec Nordiques come back in the form of the Arizona Coyotes. I think that I'm just being honest with you guys. I think that most likely, eventually, there will be an agreement between Tempe and Arizona, between Tempe and the Coyotes, where the Coyotes will get that new arena. They got to do it pretty quick because they need to get that going. They need to get that going for next year. I just think that the NHL has expressed their interest in going back to Quebec, but excuse me for my language, I think it's bullshit. I quite frankly think it's bullshit. I don't believe that the NHL is as serious as they say that they are, because if they are as serious as they say they are, they would have gotten something organized by now. I literally just read in the article that if there is an NHL team in Quebec, they already have the 16th biggest arena in the NHL, with other teams that have been in the NHL for a lot longer or survived prior to, after the Nordiques disbanded. So that just kind of shows that Quebec is raring and ready to go to bring back the Nordiques. And there is no way that Quebec is going to get a team again and them not be called the Nordiques. It's going to be that way. Whether people want to, agree with it or not, it's going to be that way. So for me, I want the Nordiques back. The Nordiques deserve to be in the NHL again. Unfortunately, it's going to take a lot longer because the NHL is going to do everything possible to avoid Quebec until there's no other decent options except Quebec. And Quebec is going to continue to push the envelope to get a new team, to get the Nordiques back until the universe is destroyed. That's literally how long it's going to take. Dang it, I meant cities, not former teams. So like Atlanta, you could say once, in Ottawa, Colorado, Winnipeg doesn't count, but whatever, I guess that counts. LOL. All right. So, that was a tough one, Fagio. That was a tough one, but you always bring it. I'm going to watch the Flyers Boston game. I'm going to just stay on stream, and Neil will do the Islanders Devils for me. No problem, man. Thank you so much for just hanging out with us anyway. We do appreciate it, as always, Hockey Legend. Oh, front row. Where were you in the last stream I was doing, friend? You were not there at all. But it's great to see you right now. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. We do appreciate it. We always appreciate it. 16th biggest, which is bigger than the Coyotes Arena currently, I think. I think you're probably right about that, Fagio. I think you're probably right. Did anyone like the Atlanta Flashers? LOL. The Thrashers, maybe not. The Flashers, I'm sure that there were people that liked them. I'm sure. Front Row Production say hello to everybody. Great to see you, Front Row. Great to see you as always. Great to see you. Or Andy, as everybody says. Hello, Andy, as Jacob would say. Fudge saying, if Arizona actually relocates to Quebec, that means Detroit, welcome back to the Central. I think, honestly, Detroit fans would be happy to go back into the Western Conference. I really do think so. I was sleeping, bro. I get up early to work in the swamp. All right, that's fair. No worries at all. No worries. Front row saying hi to his good buddy, Jacob. But we are about 2 or 3 minutes away from the start of our second period here. But I really just want to kind of end this intermission with just this. I feel like I can speak for a lot of people in saying that it would be absolutely phenomenal to get the Nordiques back. I think that it's going to happen. And I'll tell you a quick story. About 7 years ago, I went to one of the final games of the regular season for the Devils. I believe they were playing Boston. And there was about 6 gray buses that pulled up to the Prudential Center full of Quebec Nordique fans. When you got into the Prudential Center, half of this arena was filled with just Quebec Nordique fans cheering for the Devils. But they went to several arenas showing their support and the desire to want to have a team back. If that is not just unbelievable, I don't know what is. That's loyalty. That's dedication to wanting to get a team back. And I know that at the end of the day, it's about money. And the NHL won't say it, but the reality is that they still don't feel comfortable with going to a small market. But I feel that so much has changed in Quebec, even though it's still a small province. I still feel that it can make it a really good amount of money. It will get a massive amount of support, and it will be beloved, and it's not going to go anywhere. I feel very confident about that. But right now, the only way that we're going to get a team in Quebec is if Arizona ends up having to move. Other than that, it's going to take a long time to get an expansion team in here because the NHL is not going to want to expand again now that we're back to even teams anytime soon. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. Didn't the Flashers leave the NHL because they did not have many fans? Yeah, that was one of the reasons. But in all honesty, they just really got no support. Ownership just kept changing, and they just got to a point where it made sense to move. Winnipeg was trying to get a team. Winnipeg tried to take the Coyotes away years ago, and they almost got it. And now the Coyotes are in the same position again. Great to see Rask in net for Boston. I actually just picked him up on fantasy, so I'm pretty excited about that. Halifax needs an expansion team. Quebec's going to get an expansion team before Halifax does, front row. But we'll see if the NHL wants to expand more and more into Canada. Flyers tie it at 2. So the Bruins got off to a 2-0 lead in that game before the Flyers tied it. I think they prefer the Central more than the Atlantic because they have a way better chance to get in the playoffs in the West than in the East. Talking about the Red Wings, I think that makes sense. Corbin is in the chat. What is going on, Corbin? Great to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Does help out the channel tremendously since you are a Canadian guy. Do you think the Quebec Nordiques need to come back? Yes or no? Would love to hear your opinion in the chat. Sorry about that, guys. I had to answer a text from my boss. We actually got a quick update on Devils forward Miles Wood. He begins on ice rehab next week. Lindy Ruff says return is still months away. 17 goals last season in 55 games played. 0.31 goals per game, which is second best on the Devils last year. 65 goals in his career since 2016-2017, which is the third most for the Devils in that span. John saying 33 teams in the NHL if they do bring in another team. Corbin does want to see the Quebec Nordiques back in the NHL. That's awesome, man. It's awesome. Jacob is 9 hours and 12 minutes away from Quebec, so he's quite the distance. But we are just about ready here, ladies and gentlemen, to start our second period of our game between the New York Islanders and the New Jersey Devils. Both teams got themselves a goal in the first 20 minutes. And we'll see what type of action we get here in the second 20 minutes of play. Hockey Legend saying, Neil, is your favorite baseball team the Yankees? Yes, it is. It is. Looking forward to next season, whenever it is. It may not happen. I have no idea. But hopefully the Yankees make some changes to their players. And they go on a run and try to win a World Series. That would be great. I think if Halifax gets an expansion team, I think that Quebec does too, because odd numbers just looks really weird. But I think they'll do another expansion anytime now, and I'm out of space. It's all good, Fozzie, all good. There's only so much you can put in one comment. But yeah, no, I mean it would be one of those situations where I think they'd probably have to try to do two teams, or maybe do it like they did just now with Vegas, and then a year or two later it ends up being another team. I was thinking Houston, to be honest with you. I think Houston would come, and then maybe Quebec, Halifax, maybe later on, many years from now, but that's also a pretty good place. What's up, John? Great to see you, buddy. Still working on that song for the New Jersey Devils. Great, man. Great. Let me know when it's done so I can take a listen and check it out. Love it. Love it. Hockey Legend saying, same. My favorite team is the Yankees. It's going to be an interesting season. By the way, there's a little bit of a delay of game right now, as the Islanders equipment staff is currently on the ice fixing the net that Sorokin is going to be playing in for the second period. So not sure exactly what that is, but hopefully it doesn't become a major factor, as both teams are just patiently sitting on the bench waiting for the second period to start. Looks like they're just tying a bunch of the netting together, because maybe there's a little bit that got ripped off. So we got a net delay here. This is kind of an interesting thing. This is a very strange delay here. The NHL probably doesn't want to add another team, because 32 teams is perfect for the NHL. Perfect 8 teams in each division, and they like 16 in and 16 out. Just my opinion. No, I think that's honestly a good assessment there, Fagio. I think that right now, I think the NHL is going to try to have some stability with their teams and everything for a decent amount of time, and maybe, I hate saying it, maybe 15, 20 years down the road, they start thinking expansion. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Corbin asking me, what is your favorite team? Well, I'm glad you asked, Corbin. My favorite team, as I'm showing right here, is the New Jersey Devils. I am the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network that covers all things New Jersey Devils. So yeah, I've been a Devils fan my whole life, and I'm just super excited and super thrilled that I get to cover this team and live a dream. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that I get to do it. Front Row Production giving us a prediction here. 4-2 Devils victory. All right. So there we go. Got another one. We've had about almost 10 people predict, including myself, predict the Devils victory. And then you have 2 or 3 people at the top of my head that have picked the New York Islanders. So we got that. So we're still waiting here for the puck to drop as we're trying to get they're trying to get the net fixed here. But it looks like it has been fixed. Nico Hischier talking to his team, the captain getting his team fired up. And we are just about ready now, as both teams are at center ice. The puck is dropped, and the second period of our game between the Devils and Islanders is underway, as the Devils have the puck behind their own net. So we'll see how both teams come out here in this second period. Both teams got a goal. Islanders took advantage of a power play. Devils so far unsuccessful on their opportunities. Hockey Legend telling us Boston takes a 3-2 lead on a 2-man advantage. All right, so there you go. John's giving us another Devils prediction win, giving us a 4-3 one. So there you go. And now a partial breakaway again for Casey Cizikas, but a diving play there by Siegenthaler. Swipes the puck away, and then Cizikas goes flying into the net. And a net dislodges, as we'll get a stop here just 37 seconds into the period. Is there going to be a penalty here? We'll see. Our other John in the chat saying New York Islanders not having a good year. No, they are certainly struggling at the bottom of the Metropolitan Division, but still a lot of hockey left to play. So we'll see if they can get on somewhat of a hot streak and get themselves back into here, because like I said, there is still a lot of hockey left to play. But yeah, I really wouldn't say that's a penalty, because Siegenthaler swiped the puck, and then well after it, Cizikas fell over Siegenthaler, and that's what the refs agree with, so no penalty there. Subban fires the puck off the boards and out of the Devils' zone here. Hat trick for David Pastrnak. All right, so Pastrnak having himself a good night for the Bruins. Maybe Arizona moves to Quebec, and I don't know, I guess Buffalo to Halifax, potentially, but we shall see. How do you think is going to win the Tampa Bay Lightning? Who do I think is going to win the Tampa Bay Lightning? I have no idea who's playing in that game. Let me double check. Are they playing tonight? Is there a game? Oh, right now it's 2-1 Tampa Bay late in the second period against Vancouver. For those of you that like to know, so I'll go with Tampa in that one, Corbin. The Devils right now have the puck. They chip it in the zone as we're about 90 seconds into the second period. Still 1-1 here. Adam Pelech, who was just recently named to the Metropolitan Division All-Star team, has the puck behind the net. He plays it to Kiefer Bellows. Bellows just tries to deke past one defender. He gets it. Now chips it. Now there's a chip there by Ty Smith who gets crunched. But now the Devils have the puck. Sharangovich drops it to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes. Looks like it's a line of Hughes, Sharangovich, and Tomas Tatar. That's a pretty intriguing line. 3-2 in Tampa in that one. All right, so thank you for the update. It hasn't updated on my score over here. Not sure why. But thank you, Hockey Legend, for that update. Appreciate it, my friend, 100%. Noah Dobson chips it around the boards to his defensive partner, Zdeno Chara. I still can't believe that Chara is back with the Islanders. He was originally with the Islanders way back in the day, and now he finally gets his shot here. I wonder if this really is going to be his final year. It's really a question. And I wonder if the Islanders are not in a playoff spot by the time we get to the deadline. Do the Islanders try to trade Chara somewhere? Maybe they trade him back to Boston just for laughs to help give Chara one more ride at the cup. As a shot there by the Islanders is stopped by Gillies, and then the Devils clear it. Gillies got most of it, not all of it, but luckily it didn't trickle past him. Kat Connor's back in the chat saying hi. Great to see you again, Kat. Hope your evening's going well. It's a one-time shot by the Islanders. Goes wide net. It looks like we're getting a penalty here against the Devils, and it is indeed. So 3:07 into the period, the Devils are going back to the sin bin. Oh, Hockey Legend's giving us a prediction for he's saying 3-2 Tampa. Okay, so there we go. Thank you for clarification. It is still 2-1 Tampa in that game. Know what the score is. I say 3-2 Tampa. Ben is in the chat saying, let's go Devils. Great to see you, Ben, as always. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. Very, very appreciative. Front row saying Jacob is very quiet tonight. I'm sure he's doing some other stuff. As Jonas Siegenthaler is the one in the box for the Devils. So the Islanders, who have already scored on the power play, now have an opportunity on the man advantage to see if they can get their first lead of the night. It's a high sticking penalty against Siegenthaler. Noah Dobson over to Matt Barzal. Barzal waits, takes a wrist shot, and that one goes wide of the net and actually goes all the way around the boards and back all the way down to the Islanders zone. Sorokin will play the puck for the Islanders here. As now Barzal coming in with a lot of speed up the center of the ice will take it for the Islanders. Dekes past two defenders. He loses the puck for a second and then regains it, wraps it around the boards, but Subban intercepts it, tried to clear it, but it was taken away by Bellows. Excuse me, that was Oliver Wahlstrom. Over to Dobson, now over to Barzal, drops it one time. Shot by, I believe that was Noah Dobson, and hit the top post. It didn't go in. No goal, but the Islanders still have the puck in the offensive zone. Barzal drops it one time, shot by Dobson again, and that one goes wide of the net. Oh, two good opportunities there for the young defenseman Dobson, but he could not score. 1 minute to go here on the high-sticking penalty to Jonas Siegenthaler of the Devils. Dobson on the left side drops it to Brock Nelson. Now over to Dobson. Dobson over to Barzal. Barzal drops it to Dobson. Over one-time shot by Wahlstrom, and that one is stopped and in the breadbasket of John Gillies, and he'll cover with 45 seconds to go on the power play for the Islanders. 15:45 remaining in the second. Still tied at 1. So yes, that previous shot by Dobson did indeed beat Gillies, but it hit the top post. So I'm sure Gillies will have to, when he gets the chance, to give a little bit of love to the post there. So we got some other comments here. Oh, the Bottom Line Podcast, my good boys, Austin and Jimmy say, Neil, what's up? What's going on, guys? Great to hear from you. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Appreciate it as always. Make sure to leave a like. And I know you guys already subscribed, but if you haven't for some reason, make sure to leave a sub as well. It does help out the channel tremendously. Corbin changing his profile picture to the Tampa Bay Lightning, so there you go. Jacob saying he's not quiet. It's a one-time shot there from the right side, but Beauvillier is stopped by Gillies, and the puck goes out of the offensive zone. 7 seconds to go here on the man advantage for the Islanders. So now we'll check here. John saying Pittsburgh playing the Kings tonight. Yes, and again, I will remind you, this is the first of 2 live watch-alongs we're doing tonight. After we are done here with this game, our good friend Nick Berlansky of the Tip of the Iceberg podcast will be doing a live watch-along of the Penguins versus LA Kings game tonight. That stream is expected to start at around 10:25. I went to a Tampa game last year. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Teams are back to even strike now with 4:21 to go here in the second period. Still 1-1 is our score. Cat Connor saying, Islanders need to capitalize. Morons on the power play. Cat, I love it. I love that you've said more. You call everybody a moron when they don't score on the power play. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's a great comment. Hockey Legend saying, go Devils for Neil. Oh, thank you, Hockey Legend. I love that you guys have shown so much support tonight. As a shot by the Devils is deflected out of play. And we will get a stoppage of play here with 13:58 to go in the second period. Still 1-1 of our game between the New Jersey Devils and the the New York Islanders. As we will get another quick commercial break and get a word from our sponsors. Shout out to our sponsors, as always, from DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you use our promo code down in the bottom right corner, THPN. So, a little bit more than 6 minutes into this second period, the Islanders just had a power play. They did not score. And as a result, the game is still tied at 1 here between the Devils and the Islanders. John asking, will the Devils make the playoffs? I really hope so. We haven't been in the playoffs since 17-18. It would be great to see them get back in the playoffs. It's very possible. We're still not even halfway through the season, and we're only 7 points out. Got to get on a little bit of a run, but it's possible. We shall see. Cat Connor saying, the reason why I call them morons is because it's true. Fair enough, Cat. Fair enough. You totally understand that. But so far, it's really been all Islanders here in this second period. Devils really haven't been able to generate much of anything. But now Beauvillier comes down the left side. He takes a weak shot that was blocked by the stick of Ty Smith. Now Devils looking to just try to get it out. They can't, and eventually Gillies will have to cover the puck and get a face-off here with 13:23. So again, if those of you that don't know, Kyle Shapiro is the backup goaltender for the Devils tonight. He is an assistant coach with the New Jersey Titans of the North American Hockey League. He played college hockey at 17-18 for New England College, also played from 14-17 for the University of Southern Maine, and then played in the AJHL and EHL with the Walpole Express between 2011 and 2014. He is our emergency backup goaltender because Mackenzie Blackwood and Akira Schmid are both currently on COVID protocol, and we can't bring up anybody, so we have Shapiro as the backup. But Zacha comes down the left side. He takes a shot that goes through the crease but does not hit the net. Zaka with the puck regains it for the Devils. Now Nico, sharp angle try there by Jimmy Vesey. That shot is blocked. Jimmy Vesey? Interesting line combination there. But hey, Lindy Ruff is known to do that as the year progresses. He's knowing to change lines as the game goes along. Bottom Line Podcast saying Ocean, New Jersey represent, Monmouth County represent. They said on the Devils said on the pregame that he was from Middletown, so I'm very confused. Is he from Middletown, Ocean? It's weird. It's very weird. But he actually did play hockey at CBA with current Bruins defenseman Connor Clifton. As a one-time pass on the cross crease, shot there by Johnson is stopped by the left leg pad of Sorokin. Great feed there by Dawson Mercer to get it over to Johnson, who got a decent shot on goal, but a better save there. But a great opportunity, best of the period so far for the Devils as they look to try to regain the 2-1 lead. As Mercer and Johnson continuing with that great chemistry. Sure, replay again. Yeah, no, Sorokin was going from his left to his right, was able to keep his left leg pad down to make that save. Otherwise, that puck probably ends up in the back of the net. But Sorokin, who is certainly the number one goaltender for the New York Islanders, has been strong as he normally is. He's been strong in this one. Jacob saying, Neil, check the Golden State Warriors game. Why? Give me one definitive reason why. I'm doing a hockey game. Give me a definitive reason why I want to flip to a Golden State Warriors game. I don't even like the Warriors. But the Devils dump the puck back into the Islanders zone. Sorokin plays it around the boards. Devils keep it in. Subban fakes the slap shot over to Colton White, who takes a wrist shot, goes wide. But Bokus keeps it in. Tried to drop it to Johnson. That pass was blocked. And then the puck goes all the way back down into the Devils zone here. And Colton White will regain it for the Devils. Now Bokus drops it to Johnson. Johnson with a backhand pass back into the Islanders zone. The Golden State Warriors are down 79 to 44 in the third quarter. Who the hell are they losing to? Oh, they're losing to the Bucks. Wow. That is that's rough. That's rough. But then again, the Warriors aren't really fully healthy. So, I don't know. Every NBA is weird. I know the Nets are currently playing, as Danelle, I'm sure, knows as well. I'm sure the Nets are playing Oklahoma City right now. I don't know how they're doing. Hopefully they win. Devils have the puck right now. Jack Hughes tried to drop it to Sharon Govich. Peck missed him. And now Pelech plays it around the boards. Do I know what the Brooklyn Nets record is so far? I'll let you know in a second. I don't know off the top of my head. I know they're 15-4, I think, on the road. So they've really been kicking butt on the road this year. As Kiefer Bellows toe drag takes a high rising shot. They had to be stopped by the chest of Gillies, and then the puck is cleared away. Islanders keep it in. Pelech with a shot. Now it's deflected and scores! And I believe it might be the former captain of the Devils. It might be Zach Parise who deflected that puck in front. And with 10:38 to go in the second period, the Islanders have taken the lead. It's now 2-1. It looked like it might have been deflected. It started with Bellows take the high rising shot. Devils just trying to get it out. They could not. Bellows dropped it off to Pelech. Pelech took a shot, and oh no. It hit off the knee of a Devils player. Who did it hit off of? Oh, it deflected off of, I believe it was Ryan Graves, and Zach Parise celebrated. Did it touch Zach Parise as well? Not sure, but currently right now, it looks like the goal is going to be given to Adam Pelech, the newly named All-Star for the New York Islanders. Jacob letting us know the Brooklyn Nets are 26-14. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate it. Kat Connors is pumped. Woohoo, 2-1. Hockey Legends saying, dang, well, it's only 2-1. Yeah, but obviously the Devils have had a much rougher second period here, not really generating much of anything, already taking a penalty, and then the Islanders take advantage of that, and they take advantage of a good opportunity on a wrist shot, and they score. So it's kind of what the situation they're in. So right now, it is 2-1 Islanders on the most recent goal by Adam Pelech. Andy Green, the former Devil, there's a lot of former Devils on the Islanders, plays the puck now for Long Island. Now here come the Islanders. Brock Nelson gets knocked down by two Devils, and we get a stop here. And a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle here as Brock Nelson took exception to getting knocked down. Jacob is happy. Yes. Even though he was saying he was cheering for the Devils tonight, though really, I guess he just wants to see me miserable. R.I.P. to Ryan Graves. Yep, the former New York Ranger. As we will get a commercial break here with 9:58 to go in the second period. The Islanders have just taken their first lead tonight on a goal by Adam Pellick. And we will step aside for a moment as we get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up, make sure to use our promo code down in the bottom right corner, THPN. So the Islanders, about a minute or so ago, just got their first lead tonight on a goal by Adam Pellick. And as a result, they lead it right now 2-1 over the New Jersey Devils. Boo Manis saying, so puck luck for the Islanders as the game of hockey goes. Yeah, hockey's a magical, unpredictable sport, Boo Manis, and sometimes, puck luck is on your side and sometimes it's not. And it's right now not on the side of the Devils, but a lot of hockey left to play. Decent amount of time left to go in this period. Still got the third as well, and it's only 2-1. And the Devils have shown many a times to be a really, really good third period team. So if they're down 2-1, or even if they're just tied, going into the third, they should feel pretty confident that they could come out and have a really good third period. So we've just about reached the halfway point of our contest here, 2-1 Islanders. Nico Hischier comes in, takes a wrist shot, and that one is stopped by Sorokin. Good shot there, though, by Nico Hischier, who's had himself a pretty solid game. He's just been playing well in general over the last couple of games. We had that crazy scare last week where it was first reported that Nico had apparently broken his foot after blocking a shot of Alexander Ovechkin. But then after the game against the Bruins, the Devils announced that it wasn't as bad. The test came back negative and that he could play. It's just a matter of how good his pain tolerance is. So he's playing and he's fighting through it. And you got to give him a lot of credit. He's trying to help his team and get himself going as well. So the Islanders whacking away at Johnston with the puck right now. Islanders' fourth line, which just scored a goal tonight, now Nico's coming down center of the ice, and he'll just fire it around the boards. Sorokin touches the puck to slow it down so Noah Dobson could take it for the Islanders. Noah Dobson now, who's been all over the puck tonight. He's had himself a really good game. Dangerous young defenseman, a guy that the Islanders are going to hang their hat on for a long time. As an interception there, and what a tremendous save by John Gillies on Bailey. Just a turnover in the offensive zone, a pass right in the slot. Bailey looked like he was going to have an easy goal, but John Gillies flashing the glove there, bailing out the Devils and keeping the deficit at just 1. Is there any update on Patrick Kane? This is all I know right now, and this is about as much as anybody knows. Evander Kane was put on waivers. He was released from the San Jose Sharks. He's free to sign with whoever. There's a handful of contending teams that want to sign him. Currently, right now, I think the favorite is the Edmonton Oilers, which obviously could very much benefit because Evander Kane is still a tremendous talent as a hockey player. I'm sure there's teams like Toronto, maybe even Washington, Boston, that are definitely going to be in the hunt for him. I don't think anybody's going to have to pay too much to bring him in, but we'll see. But right now, the other thing is that he's under investigation for potentially going across the border while being COVID positive. So he could be in some deep trouble right now. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks, how that all gets resolved. Vegas is looking at getting him. Yes, that is true. That would be very strange. Wouldn't that be kind of weird since obviously the beef that he had with Ryan Reeves, even though Reeves isn't there anymore? I feel like that'd be weird to see. Vander Kane with Vegas. I'm sure Sharks fans would be thrilled to see Vander Kane go from San Jose to Vegas. But I mean, if Vegas gives him the best offer and they sign him, that's what they do. I don't know how they're going to afford him unless they give him the bare minimum. So one-time shot by Andy Green is stopped and gloved by John Gillies with 7:48 to go here in the second period. It's still really been all Islanders in this period. And as a result, they have the 1-0 lead. They have the 2-1 lead. Kat Connor saying, do you think the Devils need a new coach? Yeah, I still do. As much as like the team has played better of late, I still think that long term they need a better, younger coach who understands the way the game is played now. That's going to do the best that he can for the team that he has. But again, Lindy Ruff's also been dealing with a lot of unfortunate things. Guys getting hurt, COVID, this, that, and the other thing, and it's tough. It's very, very tough. And I think that it's just a matter of let's just see how the season goes. He's only on a 3-year contract. So after this year, he'll have 1 year left. So it might make it easier for them to move on from him if they feel like after the season that changes need to be made. Jacob saying VGK owns the Sharks, except in the playoffs in 2019, where I believe they had a 3-1 lead and a 3-0 lead in Game 7 and blew both of them. So there's that. I think Kane goes to the Oilers. I could see that. I think that's the most likely spot that he goes. I think he would certainly benefit from playing with guys like Draisaitl and Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman, and even when Nugent Hopkins gets back because they miss him a lot. I think that's definitely something to keep in mind. But again, there's some other factors that need to be addressed before Evander Kane can really sign with anybody. So a little bit more than 7 minutes to go here in this second period of our game between the Devils and the New York Islanders. Adam Pelech has scored the only goal of this second period a few minutes ago to give the Islanders their first lead of the night at 2-1. Nate Bastian, who just came off the COVID list today with a soft backhand trying a sharp angle that's knocked aside by Sorokin. But yeah, the Devils have had a much slower, more lethargic second period. But now Michael McLeod comes in, takes a wrist shot. That one's blocked. And then Sorokin's just going to cover it. And now Greer gets knocked to the ground by Adam Pelech. And now Johnson and Anders Lee pushing and shoving after the whistle. So there's that little bit of pushing and shoving. Greer took a hard hit by Johnston earlier in the game, so he's already been roughing it up a bunch. Johnson and Anders Lee having some choice words. Kat Connor saying, my dad got me a new TV. I'm so happy because the graphics of this game tonight are amazing. That's great. That's great, Kat. What type of TV did you get? Did you get a flat screen? What type of TV did you get? That's awesome. Good for you. But yeah, Johnson and Anders Lee just kind of having a little bit of a hug, so to speak. I'm sure that they're good friends. No, 100%. But actually, the Islanders are going to get a penalty here. It's going to be against Adam Pelech. And so the Devils will go to the power play here with an opportunity to potentially tie this game up. 6:41 remaining here in the second period. So the faceoff is won by the Devils. Bastian makes a nice pass over to the side, and that shot goes wide of the net. I do not know how Jack Hughes did not score there on the sharp angle, but he missed it. But the Devils keep it in and try to make a long cross-ice pass over to Jack Hughes. It was broken up by the Islanders. Now the Devils will have to go back and reset. Jack Hughes up the center of the ice, drops it off to Sharangovich, and then it's intercepted by the Islanders. Almost created a breakaway shorthanded chance for Parise, but Ty Smith snips it out. Crew Moore, what's going on, Crew? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. He asked me, do I play hockey? I used to. I played a little bit of hockey in high school. I was a goaltender. Played for like one spring season, but that was about it. Kat Connor saying I got a flat screen. That's pretty cool. Very, very cool. Hockey Legend saying he's also a goalie. That's very cool. So we had a lot of goalie love in the chat tonight. 1 minute to go here on the power play for the Devils. 5.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Still 2-1 Islanders. Devils really haven't generated much of anything here on this power play so far. Spokquist comes in now over to Sharangovich on the right side. Sharangovich drops it back to the top of the point to Subban. Subban over to somebody on the time. That's Subban with a wrist shot, and that one goes right into the breadbasket of Sorokin, and he'll cover with 38 seconds to go on the power play and 5:19 to go here in this second period. Still 2-1 Islanders. Hockey's biggest fan giving us an update in his Stick Hockey League, telling us that the Leafs have an injured player, number 62. You hate to see that. You hate to see it. Face-off will be to the right of Sorokin here. The face-off is won by the Devils. Dawson Mercer, top of the point to Subban. Subban over to somebody, and a pass over to Mercer. Missed him, but the Devils regain it. Sharangovich over to Subban. Subban gives it over to Tatar. That shot got blocked, but Tatar keeps it in. 20 seconds to go here on the power play. Tatar backhands it over to Subban. All the way over to Sharangovich on the right side. Sharangovich trying to hold on to it. He does. Sharangovich over to Tatar on the left side. Tatar waits. Drops it to Subban. Subban gives it over. One-time shot by Sharangovich, and that one goes wide of net. Subban gets over to it. Power play is over. Teams are back to even strength. Sharangovich drops it to Johnson. Johnson with a shot, and that one just goes wide of the net. Devils still with the puck right now, hounding right now. Tatar drops to Subban, but he missed him. And Subban's going to have to get into a foot race with Clutterbuck, and he gets there. The shots are 19-18 in favor of the Devils right now. 4:20 blaze it to go here in the second period. Still 2-1 Islanders. The Devils need to capitalize morons. Yes, they are morons when they are on the power play, Cat, 100%. There's a fight. All right, there you go. Hockey Legend with the skull there versus Tampa Bay. Drew saying, name 3 All-Stars that shoot right. Okay. Ovechkin. Let's see. That's one. Wow. This is actually a good question. I actually like this. Dang, Crew. This is actually good. This is actually pretty good. Trying to think like in my head. It's a great shot there by Barzal. He deep past 2 defenders, but a better save by Gillies. Now the Devils come back the other way. Zaka tried to drop it off to Nico Hischier, but it was broken up by the Islanders. And here comes Barzal again down the left side. Barzal weaving his way through Devils defenders and then just wraps it around the boards as the Islanders try to keep the puck in. Nico Hischier takes it for the Devils and then backhands it out of the zone. Devils have it at center ice as Devils player will fire it back in around the boards over to Sorokin. And now Adam Pelech has it now. 3 minutes to go here in this second period. It's now an opportunity for Bellows, but a better block by the Devils. And now they make it at a long pass here to somebody on the Devils. I believe it's Jimmy Vesey. He'll have to hold up and wait for somebody. Gets knocked to his knees, no penalty. Jimmy Vesey now drops it off. Devils have it. Jack Hughes gives a Subban a shot, and that one just goes high of the net. Devils keep it in though. It's now Subban with it now. Now Jack Hughes. Hughes, drop pass over. Great pass over to Smith. Now to Vesey. Vesey's knocked down. Is there a penalty? No penalty called here. As of right now, yes, no penalty called at all. Ty Smith now with it for the Devils as Subban falls down trying to get the puck. Faggio asking me, name 3 as we get an icing here against the Devils with 2:18 to go here. Name 3 NHL teams that have folded. California Golden Seals, the Hartford, the Hartford Whalers don't count. They just moved. California Golden Seals, the Montreal Maroons, and the original Ottawa Senators. But the Devils with a couple good chances about a minute ago, but could not score. Still trailing 2-1. Face-off is won by the Islanders. They take a wrist shot. That one is blocked. Devils doing a good job for the most part of blocking shots. Andy Green trying to keep it in. Gives it over to the left side to Wallstrom. Made a pass in front to an Islander player, but it was broken up. Islanders trying to keep it in. Ty Smith over to Jack Hughes. And now the Devils come the other way. Nate Bastian will dump it in and try to go chase the puck. My old man, I don't know if you guys can hear it. My old man is complaining about the Nets game. I guess he's pretty upset. That can't be good. Ty Smith Over to Subban. Minute 40 to go here in this second period. Still 2-1 Islanders. Do you remember the whole phase one Sidney Crosby used to fall on the ice for no reason? That's why his name is Baby Crosby. I do remember that. As it looks like here we're getting a penalty potentially. So ref's arm is up with 90 seconds to go here in the second period. Trivia question. Which Devil has scored the most goals all time without recording a hat trick in team history? I'm going to go with Peter Sikora. That's my guess. Peter Sikora is my guess. Let's see what the answer is. Still waiting here. Peter Sikora, I was right. I nailed it right on the head. There we go. So there's the answer. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself. As a pass in front by the Devils is stopped by Sorokin there. Devils trying to see if they could get a goal late in the period here to tie this one up. Johnson with a shot. That one just goes wide of net. Graves keeps it in for the Devils. Boquist tries to get over there first. He cannot. Bovillia intercepts it for the Islanders. But then Mercer trying to make a pass in front of Johnson. Broken up. Johnson gives it to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler around the boards. It's currently 5-0 Blue Jackets over the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. So that is crazy. 1 minute to go here in this second period. Here as the Islanders have the puck. Now the Devils take it away. Jesper Boquist, fires it on the left side to Siegenthaler, who will then fire off the boards. Devils trying to keep it in. They cannot. Number 10 gets it for the Islanders. 36 seconds to go here. Long pass was broken up at center ice by the Devils. Boquist takes it, fires it around the boards as the Devils make a change. Mayfield all the way around over to Kiefer Bellows, who fires it off the boards and out. Now Jarosz over to Colton White. Colton White's pass is broken up. Now the Devils just trying to keep it in. They cannot. 14 seconds to go here. Now the Devils come in. It's Jarosz down the right side. Richard Jarosz, that can't try. That one is stopped by Sorokin, and then he'll have to put a glove on it and cover it with 9 seconds to go. So Christian Jarosz, the former San Jose Shark defenseman for the Devils now, with a good opportunity, looking like a forward there. But yes, Baby Crosby. They don't really call him that anymore, but I do remember those good old days. Fadjo, give me some credit there. Remember when Subban was actually good? I miss Pred Subban. Dude, I wish the Devils got Pred Subban, but we're getting the, I guess you'd say, old and decrepit PK Subban at this point. As 3 seconds, 2-1, and that will do it for the second period of action here of our game. As the Islanders, with the only goal of the period on a goal by Adam Pelech, the most recently named All-Star for the Islanders, is the difference in that second period. So, do the Devils have a comeback in them, or are the Islanders going to get themselves a much-needed victory on home ice against their Metropolitan Division foe? As we are going to step aside once again, as we will get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure to use our promo code down below when you sign up, THPN. So we are now into the second intermission of our game between the New Jersey Devils and the New York Islanders. Adam Pelech with a goal is the difference in the second period. And as a result, it is 2-1 Islanders after 40 minutes of play. Got some other comments here. Crew asking, name 4 NHL American All-Stars. I will do this. only if you like and subscribe. Deal? Okay. For NHL American All-Stars, let's see. We got Austin Matthews, Jack Hughes, Adam Pelech, I believe, is American as well. I'm blanking. Man. Let me see. What else? I feel like I have to cheat because I don't know. But that's three. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, and Adam Fox. There you go, Adam Fox. So those are my four crew. Hope I did a good job. Jacob still hasn't left Caps Lock City. Well, that's who Jacob is, man. He wants to bring that flair. Who is my favorite net? Oh, this is Kat. You're really putting me on a spot here. I'm gonna say it's Kevin Durant. I mean, Kevin Durant is arguably the best player in the world. I mean, this man is a freak. This guy makes shots that I don't see any other human make shots. It's crazy how good he is. When he pulls up for that mid-range, he just knocks it down. I don't understand how a human can make that on a consistent basis. It's crazy. But yeah, my favorite Brooklyn Net is definitely Kevin Durant. Faji is saying, who were the first three American teams in the NHL? Okay. The Boston Bruins, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Chicago Blackhawks. How was that? Probably wrong. Maybe I got one of them. Naheem Freeman put the damn score up. Well, okay, I'll put it up here for a second so you can check it out. It's currently 2-1, but usually, when it's intermission, I try to not have the score up so you guys can see me a little bit more. But it is currently 2-1 Islanders after 2 periods of play. But thank you so much for coming on and saying hi, Naheem. Do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It does help out the channel tremendously. I got Boston right, according to Fagio. Okay. I'm going to look it up for my own entertainment because I want to. So let me look this up. The first, not sure. I couldn't find it. I could not find it. Fagio, let me know. Oh, no, you put it in there. The other two were the New York Americans and the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right. Thank you, Fagio. Appreciate it. Fagio, you are so good at this. You are so good at these. Do you just look these up or do you know these questions off the top of your head? Did you go check what your dad was screaming about? He's screaming about the Nets game. That's what he's screaming about. So he's just pissed. I don't know why he's not watching the Devils game. It's a little bit more entertaining than what he's watching with that. I mean, he knew up front that the Nets were not going to be fully healthy, that Kevin Durant was going to be sitting for this game. I don't really know exactly what he was expecting, but it is what it is. Naheem saying, love my Devils. That's great to hear, man. Love to see another fellow Devils fan in the chat. While you're here, man, again, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really, really does help out the channel. Before we started tonight, we were currently at 826 subscribers. So the goal is to get to 900. Would love to get to it by the end of the month, and we're very close. I mean, we are getting closer and closer to get to our first 1,000 subscribers. So again, guys, when you're here, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, share this with your friends. Let's get as many subscribers as possible because the Hockey Podcast Network is the place for live, everyday watch-alongs here for NHL and hockey games in general. Bro said NHL then named the MLB team. Well, no, Jacob, there was a Pittsburgh Pirates hockey team, just to let you know that. There really was. Hockey Legend, I'm going to be back in 15 minutes. No worries, Hockey Legend. Take your time, man. You got time. We're in an intermission right now. 97 to 72 Bucks against the Golden State Warriors. End of third. Okay, I guess that one's... even though I'm a Knicks fan, still love the Brooklyn Nets. You are the only person I've ever met that likes the Knicks, but also loves the Brooklyn Nets. I commend you for 100%. 100%. I know my guy, Nhl, big fan of all the teams in the metropolitan area. I'm sure he loves both the Knicks and the Nets. I'm sure he's probably, I imagine, Nhl, if you're still here, that you're probably working, since it's like 9 o'clock, I'm imagining, because you're usually working at this time. I know you were talking to me about the Nets a little bit earlier tonight. As I actually flipped over to the Nets game while we're in intermission. It's currently 41 to 32 Oklahoma City with 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. But But yeah, so far we got a pretty good game here. But while we have a break in our action here, let us, as the ESPN already did, granted they took an hour to do so, but let us go through the All-Star Game announcements. The All-Stars, I guess, whatever you want to say. The selections. So here are the rosters as of right now for the 2022 NHL All-Star Game, which will be on February 5th or 6th in Las Vegas, the home of Jacob's favorite team, the Vegas Golden Knights. So, in the Metropolitan Division, we have Sebastian Aho, Claude Giroux, Jack Hughes, Chris Kreider, Alex Ovechkin, Adam Fox, Adam Pelech, Zach Werenski, Frederick Anderson, and Tristan Jarry. So that is the Metropolitan Division. The Atlantic Division, Drake Batherson, Patrice Bergeron, who's only making his third ever All-Star appearance, which I think is a crime that he's only been a 3-time All-Star. Jonathan Huberdeau, Dylan Larkin, Austin Matthews, Nick Suzuki, Rasmus Dahlin, Victor Hedman, Jack Campbell, and Andrei Vasilevsky. In the Pacific Division, Leon Draisaitl, Jordan Eberle, who will become the first Seattle Kraken ever be named to an All-Star game, Johnny Gaudreau, the New Jersey native, Adrian Kempe, Connor McDavid, Timo Meyer, Mark Poppy Stone, there you go, Jacob, I said it for you, Alex Pietrangelo, don't understand why he's on here, John Gibson, and Thatcher Demko. And in the Central Division, we have Kyle Connor, Alex DeBrincat, Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov, Clayton Keller, Jordan Red Hot Kyrou, Nathan McKinnon, Joe Pavelski, Kale McCarr, UC Saros, and Cam Talbot. So those are the current All-Stars named to the 2022 NHL All-Star Game. Alexander Ovechkin's the captain of the Metropolitan Division, Austin Matthews, Atlantic Division, Nathan McKinnon, Central, and Connor McDavid, the Pacific. So there you go. I've got a question here. Who has played in the most playoff games? All time? I'm going to say like Chris Chelios. That's my guess. Fagio, my guess is Chris Chelios. That's my guess. Hold on. Kyle Connor? Question mark? Are you talking about from the All-Star Game perspective? Let me see. Yeah, I don't think he got in. No, he didn't. And he's not even, because the other thing is this. The other thing is this, guys, to let you know. You have between now and the 17th of, let's see here. Voting for last man in open Thursday. It closes, the NHL is doing a, what is called last man in voting, which you are allowed to what's it called? You're allowed to vote in one more player from each division. So 4 more guys are going to get a shot to come to the All-Star Game. You have between today and next Monday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time to vote. Go to nhl.com/lastmanin, nhl.com/vote, or on mobile, interact the ballot on the NHL app. So, how did I get, so I guess I was right. It was Chris Chelios. How did I get that? Fagio, man, you got to understand. I do know a decent amount about the game of hockey and its history, so you do got to give me some credit there. You do got to give me some credit. But to let you guys know, and a lot of you guys would like to know, here are the candidates. Then who made it for the Jets? Let me double check. I said it so quickly, honestly, Fagio, that I apologize. I didn't say teams' names. Central. Winnipeg. Kyle Connor did make it. I'm sorry. Kyle Connor did make it. I might have skipped his name. I do apologize, Fagio. I know it's disrespect to your team. Kyle Connor was the one that made it for the Winnipeg Jets. So he definitely deserves it. The only time when I watch Knicks if they play on Saturday, Sunday, or when they play the Nets. That's fair. That is fair. That's probably when you get the opportunity to watch them. I get that. But, Fagio, hopefully I answered your question. It is Kyle Connor that's going to be representing the Winnipeg Jets, rightfully deserved. Here are the candidates that you can vote for to be one of the last 4 in. So there's going to be one player from each division that gets voted in. So for the Atlantic Division, it's Charlie McAvoy, Tage Thompson, Lucas Raymond, Alexander Barkov, Tyler Toffoli, Brady Tkachuk, Steven Stamkos, and John Tavares. So those are the candidates that you can vote for to be one of those. And one of those guys will end up being a representative in the Atlantic Division in the last man in. Metropolitan Division. Carolina Hurricanes, it's Andrei Svechnikov, Jakub Voracek, Jesper Bratt, Matthew Barzal, Mika Zibanejad, Cam Atkinson, Jake Gensel, and Evgeny Kuznetsov. So those are the Metropolitan Division candidates. Central Division, Phil the Thrill Kessel, Seth Jones, Nazem Kadri, Jason Robertson, Ryan Hartman, Roman Yossi, Robert Thomas, and Mark Scheifele. So Fagio, you got a chance to vote in another Winnipeg Jet and Mark Scheifele and go from there. Pacific Division, Troy Terry, Matthew Tkachuk, Darnell Nurse, Drew Doughty, Logan Couture, Mark Giordano, JT Miller, and for Jacob, it's Jonathan Marchessault. So there you go. You have between today and up until Monday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, you can vote up to 10 times in a span of 24 hours, and you could vote to get another one of your favorite players from your favorite team on the All-Star team. Jets are not a playoff team. They are like the Leafs. What does that even mean? What do you mean they're like the Leafs? They've gone further in the playoffs several times than the Leafs. I'm just saying. The Jackets beat the Hurricanes 6-0 in Carolina. Wow. That is, that's crazy. Fagio is saying it's definitely going to be John Tavares out of the Atlantic Division because of Leafs fans, even though he doesn't deserve to be in. No, I get that. I mean, look, fan voting to me is a joke anyway, because then people get voted in I understand sometimes the fun of it, but in all seriousness, I really just, I feel like a lot of time that there's people that get voted in that really, quite frankly, don't deserve to be in. And then there's people that get snubbed all the time. Like, how is Alexander Barkov a snub? I don't understand that. He's one of the most underrated players in the NHL, and he's not an all-star. And I don't like it. Now, granted, the captains were the only thing that fans could vote on. Everything else was decided by people that work in the NHL, writers and all that jazz. But still, Jacob saying, "Good, you already know who I'm voting for, of course." Kadri's saying, wait, if Cairo got in, then Kadri definitely should have gone in. Yeah, well, Kadri's available to get in as one of the last men in. So, I mean, you got a chance to vote for him. But yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously going to be watching because I get to see Jack Hughes and maybe if Jesper Bratt, which I doubt he would end up being the guy because you got guys like Mika Zibanejad and Evgeny Kuznetsov that are also options. It's possible, but it's unlikely, but I think Jesper Bratt deserves an opportunity. There's a lot of guys that are not in the All-Star game that definitely deserve to be there. But again, it's, the All-Star game's a crapshoot. Fagio saying, how is Roman Yossi not in? He's literally going to win the Norris. I think he isn't, actually. I could have sworn I said his name. I might have said these things too quickly, and I do apologize. Let me double check. He's not there. Well, he didn't make the original. Is he one of the last men in options? Yeah, he is. Yeah, Fagio, he is at least one of the options to be one of the last men in to represent the Central Division. So at least you still have a chance. But yeah, it's kind of strange with him being arguably one of the best defensemen in the NHL this year that he's not in there. Are you into betting? Because I think it's a scam, but that's just my opinion. I don't really bet, honestly. I bet on pride. I bet coffee sometimes with one of my dad's friends. And I owe him I think 2 or 3 cups at this point. But I don't really bet on money. But obviously, we are sponsored by the awesome people at DraftKings Sportsbook. When you sign up, by the way, for DraftKings, make sure you use our promo code THPN. I think, honestly, it all depends, Kat, on what you use to bet. I think it all depends on what you decide to use. I would highly recommend DraftKings, not just because they obviously sponsor us, but also because these guys are tremendous in what they do. They make sure it's safe, secure, and reliable, and they do a really good job of making it simple for you to understand. But if you go down some other, shadier options, not necessarily other sportsbook, but just shadier options, I can see where you're going with this scam. But for me personally, I don't necessarily bet, but obviously there are a lot of people that do. And if you guys are using DraftKings, use our promo code THPN. We'd really, really appreciate it. I mean, how is he not already? He shouldn't be a last man. I do agree. But again, Fagio, like we talked about, unfortunately, when it comes to the majority of the voting, it's out of our hands because, a lot of the writers decide to vote on it. I guess, they were looking for a goaltender, and Saros was one of the better ones in that division, even though I think Marc-Andre Fleury should have been on there. But whatever. It's weird. I'm so tired of the All-Star game sometimes. It's a lot of it is bias and garbage and stuff like that. Jared Brown saying, how did your Devils do? Well, they are currently down 2-1 after 2 periods of play as we are getting ready to start the third period. We will see here as we're actually speaking of the Devil. We are actually about to start our third period of action here of our game between the Devils and Islanders. And again, guys, in a little bit less than an hour, we will continue to be live here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channels. We will have the second of our 2 live watch-alongs we're doing tonight, as our good friend Nick Berlansky will be doing a live watch-along of the Pittsburgh Penguins versus Los Angeles Kings game right after this. But the Devils are about to start their third period here, as both teams are at center ice. Waiting here, desperately, waiting here. Both teams are at center ice. Ref is skating over to both players. The puck is dropped, and we are underway here in the third period of our game between the New Jersey Devils and New York Islanders. Islanders, with a goal in the second by Adam Pelech, lead it right now 2-1. The Devils have been known to be a very good third period team, so hopefully the guys in red, white, and black can find a way to get a couple goals here in the third and get themselves a big victory. Giannis Antetokounmpo has 30 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. So the Greek Freak really having himself a big-time game. How long have you been a Nets fan? I've been a Nets fan as long as I've been a Devils fan, to answer your question, Kat. I've been a Nets fan my whole life, even when they were in Jersey. Was a season ticket holder for 1 year when they played back in the old Izod Continental Airlines Arena, which the Devils used to play in as well. So there's that. Jared Brown, again, with another comment. Good to see you, Jared. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, by the way, Jared, if you're not already. It helps out the channel tremendously. He says, come on, Devils. Love the support. Love the support here. We got to hope that the Devils have some more third period. I don't want to say magic because they're only down 2-1, but just get some momentum here and get themselves a goal because that second period was not that good. Islanders currently have the puck right now. It's a wrist shot by Wahlstrom, goes wide of the net, and then it comes right out in front to Brock Nelson, but it gets blocked before it even gets close to the net, and now the Devils come the other way. Sharon Govich drops it to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes holds it, gives over to Colton White. He lost the puck, and then the Islanders take it away from him. That break there. Jack Hughes fires it right out in front to Sharon Govich. Tried to shoot on his backhand, but he got his stick tied up. Jack Hughes gets it again. Has it. Wrist shot, and a great save there by Sorokin. Devils keep it in. Ty Smith drops it to Hughes. Hughes is flying all over the ice right now. Hughes drops the Subban over to Ty Smith. Smith holds. Wrist shot, and a great glove save there by Sorokin. And he'll stop play, as we have reached just 150 into the period, but 2 good opportunities as the Devils have come out really aggressive. Jack Hughes with a good chance right in the slot through a screen, but Sorokin made a save. Jared Brown saying, just like the video. Thank you so much, Jared. Appreciate it, my friend. 100%. Thank you. Are you subscribed as well? If you're not, man, please make sure to subscribe as well. Helps out the channel also. So the face-off will be to the right of Sorokin here. Face-off won by the Devils. Wrist shot by Ty Smith. Got to Sorokin. He had to make a save. He does. Zaka has it. Gives it over to VZ. Now to Smith at the top of the point. Smith with a wrist shot. And that one goes wide of the net. Devils continuing to keep the puck in the offensive zone right now. Andy Green now with it for the Islanders. Wraps it around the boards. Kiefer Bellows tried to get it out. He could not. But then eventually an Islander teammate was able to whack it out. And now the Devils will get the puck again and they'll regroup. Fagio saying, I played Be a Pro. My player was unfortunate on the Sabres. We were facing the Leafs. Sim the first 2 periods. It was 3-0 Leafs. Albeit in the second period it was 5-1. And then the Leafs choked. Yikes. That is a rough one. And then he said, we scored 5 in a row. We won in overtime 6-5 was 4-0 and 5-1. So there you go. The Leafs even had Ovechkin for some reason, typical Leafs fashion. That is strange when you're playing a video game. Jared Brown saying, already subscribed. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support 100%. Devils have the puck in their own zone, fired back down. 3 minutes into this third period here, still 2-1 Islanders here over the Devils. Johnson with the puck, fire at the top of the point to Ryan Graves. Graves wraps it around the boards, gets to Boqvist. Jesper Boqvist has the puck now. Boqvist gets knocked down. No penalty. Mercer has it. Loses the puck. Both teams are trying to whack at it. Eventually, Adam Pelech gets it. Pelech fires off the boards, and then the Islanders are able to get it out of the zone. Drop it off to Matt Barzal. Barzal holds. Waiting for his teammates. Cuts back the other way. Fires it at the net. It gets blocked before it even reaches net. Devils fired off the boards and out. Andy Green now will play it. Faggio, we scored. Oh, yeah. You already said, I'm sorry. Let's see here. No way Gillies only has let in 2 goals. No, he's only let in 2 goals here through 44 minutes of play. He's been very, very sharp. He's done everything he can. Colton White over to Subban. He falls down, and now the Islanders are coming the other way. 2-on-1. It's Clutterbuck with Johnson. Clutterbuck with a shot and a great shoulder save there by Gillies. And then another shot just goes wide of net, but another big-time save by John Gillies, who continues to have himself a very strong game in net, trying to keep the Devils only trailing by a goal. Ty Smith now with it for the Devils, drops it to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes weaving his way through some Islander player, but he gets the puck knocked off his stick, and now Chara gets it. Chara gives it to Wahlstrom. Oliver Wahlstrom, the dangerous young scorer for the Islanders, takes a shot from a sharp angle that's kicked aside by Gillies. Islanders keeping it in for just a moment here, but now Michael McLeod gets it for the Devils, fires it over to his buddy Nate Bastian, and Bastian will dump it in for his streaking Greer. Greer has been in the middle of a lot of physicality nights, drawn a couple penalties. So the fourth line comes in and tried to make a pass in front, but it was broken up by the Islanders. Wahlstrom still with the puck now, fighting, takes a wrist shot. That one goes wide of the net. Hockey Legend saying he's back. Good to see you again, Hockey Legend, as always. Jared Brown saying, who do you think the Devils should trade for? As we actually get a fight here, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of pushing and shoving by both teams. It's like a whole line brawl right now, as I'm sure there's going to be some penalties given to both teams right now, as there's certainly some bad blood between these two Metropolitan Division foes. But who do I think the Devils should trade for? I don't really have an answer for you right now, Jared. We're not even halfway through the season. Obviously, I'd like to see the Devils go out and get another top scorer. Would have loved to see them get Vladimir Tarasenko when he was available via trade last year. There's some other guys out there, but right now I really don't know. I think the biggest thing, though, is probably to get a goaltender, an experienced goaltender. Maybe a guy like Korpisalo who might be available. He's talked about being in trades. As actually this whole fight started with Oliver Wahlstrom laying the body on Jimmy Vesey and Vesey knocking off his helmet. Both McLeod and Bastian then just ganged up on Wahlstrom. Andy Green came in, Kiefer Bellows, and then it was just everybody's there. And a penalty actually ended up being given to the Devils for some stupid ass reason. That makes no sense. Why did the Devils get a penalty for sticking up for Vesey? I don't understand that. It should have been coincidental minors. But regardless, it's a power play for the Islanders here with 14:40 to go. Hopefully they answer your question, Naeem. 14:40 to go here in this third period. Still 2-1 Islanders. Boo Man is saying, come on, Devils. Can we have a 1,000 sub celebration? Absolutely. I think we definitely will have that once we reach to 1,000. Let's get there, guys. We are almost to 830. We're almost getting to 900. It's a rebound try there to slide, and that one is stopped by Gillies, and somehow it didn't go in. Oh, unbelievable save there by John Gillies just as the power play started, as it looked like the Islanders for sure were going to score there. As a drop pass to a defenseman, Anderson Lee gets the puck. Gillies just reaches behind, falls down on his right side, and just makes a save, and again denies the Islanders of doubling their lead. But we will definitely have a 1,000 sub celebration. David scored 3 goals against the Flyers. Yes, he did. Pasternak had himself a big-time game against the Flyers. My good buddy Cole is in the chat saying, hi, what's going on, Cole? Great to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well on this Thursday evening. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. So Islanders right now with the puck. Noah Dobson fires it at from a far side on Gillies, and he'll just make the easy glove save. We'll get another face-off here. Tune to MSG +2 at 10 p.m., continuing Devils coverage, because then they will go to the Rangers pregame show at 10 o'clock. So there. I'll have to flip to that. Whatever. It does not matter at this point. But again, guys, we are a little bit more than a half hour before the next live watch along, which we are doing. My good friend Nick Berlansky will be doing a live watch along of the Penguins Los Angeles Kings game, which will be coming up right after our game here. So make sure you stay right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel right after to check out that one. This is the first of 2 live watch alongs we're doing today. Shorted opportunity for Nico Hischier, takes a soft shot, and it's sticked aside by Sorokin. Good shorthanded chance there. 1 minute to go on the power play for the Islanders. 13:40 to go here in this third period. Islanders still lead it 2-1. Ryan Graves takes it for the Devils and fires it back down the other way. Jared Brown saying the Bruins are on a roll. Speak of the man. Nick Berlansky's in the chat saying, what's up, Neil? What's going on, Nick? You're about a little bit more than 40, about 40 minutes or so from your start. This is the man that I was just talking about. He will be live here starting at 10:25 p.m. Eastern, doing the second of the 2 live watch-alongs we're doing tonight. Again, Kings versus Penguins. Do I like New York pizza or Chicago pizza? I like pizza that's made in my own house. How about that? We have a brick oven in our house. My old man Papa Villapian makes some great pizza. He's made pizza like the last 2 days, and he's always done a really, really good job. It's tremendous. It's whole wheat. It's awesome. But I guess between those two, as an opportunity for the Islanders is snuffed out by Gillies. Power play is over as teams are back to even strength. And now a breakaway chance for Nate Bastian, but the puck just was out of his reach. He nearly had a tremendous breakaway opportunity there to try to score. Great opportunity there for Nate Bastian, but he couldn't control the puck. Devils still have the puck in the offensive zone, though. Andreas Johnson with it now. Mercer, backhand pass. Nobody was there. Devils trying to keep the puck in. And it looks like there's a stoppage of play. Do we have a penalty here? It looks like we might have a penalty against the Islanders here as we get a stoppage of play with 12:13 to go in this third period. Devils still trailing 2-1, but they're going to the power play with a chance to tie the game up at 1. But I would say probably between those two, Cole, Chicago pizza, deep dish, it's absolutely phenomenal, man. It's really, really good. I had it for the first time like 2 months ago when I was in Chicago. It's tremendous. Fair, my dad makes the best pizza on the green egg. Interesting. Jared Brown saying, who do the Devils play next? They play the Arizona Coyotes next Wednesday at home. So they'll be off for the next 6 days before they play their next game. So that'll be what? That'll be the 19th of January. Kat asking me, what is the net score? Dare I even look? I don't even know. It is 70-51 Oklahoma City over the Nets at halftime. So unless the Nets decide to want to have a comeback in this one, it looks like they are going to end up dropping another loss to an inferior team at home. So there. So that answers that question, Kat. This is great. That's Hockey Legend. Are you okay? That was just so out of Hockey Legend saying, wait, what the hell? This isn't me. Oh, this is the second time that I've done a live watch log where somebody looked like they got hacked. And I feel like I'm getting played, but I hope that's clone sus. Interesting. Don't forget, I said 2-2 after regulation. Devils win in overtime when their skill and spin overcome the Islanders' defense. All right, Lee, so you're looking pretty good right now. But Right now, we're back to the action here. 12-13 to go in this one. The Devils are on the power play after a penalty against Adam Pelech. I believe it's his second penalty tonight. So we'll see now if the Devils can get themselves a goal on the man advantage, something they've struggled with all season long. They have the 31st worst power play in the NHL, which is terrible. Ty Smith now with it, gets it over to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes gets hit along the boards by Zdeno Chara, but now the Devils control the puck. Bastian gives over to Smith. Now to Jack Hughes. Devils looking to just slowly set up here. Smith now with it. Over to Nico Hischier. Back to Smith on a one-time shot. That one goes wide. And then a pass in front by Bastian is broken up by the Islanders. And then the Islanders will whack it out of the zone and clear it. And then my Pops just decides to rant about the Nets when I'm covering a hockey game. Thank you, Steve Nash. You kicked away last night when you made the decision to sit Katie at home. When Kyrie is not available, ... dumbass. All right, so there we go. Now we know how everybody feels. Now Jack Hughes with the puck now on the left side. Jack Hughes gives over to Nico behind the net. Nico Hischier goes to his right, bakes back to his left, goes back to his right, gets it, looking just for some help, gets it to Ty Smith, fires it to the left side over to Jack Hughes. Devils struggling just to set something up here. Now Smith gets it, wrist shot. That one is blocked by, I believe that was Zach Parise who blocked that one. Now Nico with the puck now. Nico Hischier drops it off to Ty Smith. Smith over to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes over to VC, and he took a soft shot that didn't even get close to the net. Anders taken and cleared back down. 35 seconds to go on the power play. 10:47 to go here in this third period. Still 2-1 Islanders. So the Devils right now, once again in the offensive zone. I'll just take away the puck and they dump it out. 10 seconds to go here on the power play. So it looks like the Devils will once again not be able to score on the power play. Subban up the center of the ice to Tatar. Tatar gets the puck in onside, drops it off to Ryan Graves. Now to Tatar. Tatar with the puck. Wrist shot. And that one was stopped by Sorokin and he fell back on his rear end, but he still was able to hold on and make the save. And we'll get a face-off here with 10-11 to go in the third period. The Devils were unsuccessful on that power play, still trailing here 2-1 to the Islanders. Yeah, and this whole thing that's going on in the chat with the whole with someone just being a clone. This is crazy. It's the second time that I've done a game that this has happened, so it's strange. This is weird. But anyway, back to our game here as the faceoff is won by the Islanders and they'll dump it back in the Devils zone. Shots are currently 25-23 in favor of the Devils. Boquist coming down the left side, takes a high-rising shot and a good save by Sorokin. Now Graves trying to keep it in, he does. Devils have the puck. Michael McLeod gets hit down from behind, and that's going to be a penalty as Brock Nelson hits McLeod hard, hit him right in the back of the numbers, and Michael McLeod is slow to get up, and Nelson knows he can't do that. And now the Devils will go right back to the power play as we'll get a stoppage of play with 9:52 to go in the third period. Devils still down 2-1, but again, we'll have an opportunity on the power play as we'll be right back after we get another quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure to use our promo code when you sign up, THPN. So 9:49 to go here in this third period. The Devils are now going back to the power play here as Michael McLeod got hit from behind by Brock Nelson. Now the Devils again still trailing 2-1 with another chance to potentially go and tie this game up. Nick Berlansky said, y'all are getting me in a good mood. Just hit Tampa minus 1.5 at DraftKings. Hopefully you use the promo code, Nick. But that is awesome, man. Great to hear it. Kat Connor saying, I love how your dad comments about the Nets for no reason. Well, he's a Nets fan and he's pissed. So sometimes he's got a vent. It's either here or Facebook. So there you go. As Jack Hughes with the puck now for the Devils. Ty Smith now over to Nico Hischier. Makes the slap shot. One-time shot over. And a Saturday score! It's Nate Bastian as he deflected it in front. 16 seconds into the power play. And the Devils have tied the game up. It's now 2-2 with 9:35 to go in the hockey game. That was a big-time goal there by the Devils on the power play nonetheless, which has been a nightmare for the last several years. But the Devils score there. Nico over to Ty Smith. One-time shot. Great deflection through the legs of Sorokin. And Nate Bastian getting another great goal standing in front. And then my dad said, just before they scored, they convert here at anyone's game. Why is it, Pop, that every time you say something in the chat, somebody scores? Like, it's been every time. It's crazy. Nick Verlesky say, always use code THPN. Absolutely. Kat Connor's not happy as the game is tied at 2. There you go. My dad would say. There you go. Hockey legend pumped up. Jacob, not so much. Cole saying he's got to go to bed. No worries, Cole. Thank you so much. Make sure to leave a like before you go, man. Really appreciate it. Ryan Graves with a slap shot, and that one just trickled wide. Unbelievable. As it looked like it was going to go over the shoulder of Sorokin and in, but it just went wide. Unbelievable. As the Devils right now, it's been all of them. Ryan Graves with a shot, and I want to stick the side by Sorokin. Faggio asking me, as the Devils keep it in, I asked who the heck Bastian is in my earlier comment, then he scores. He's a fourth-line grinder who scores goals every now and then, and he just did it right there. Puman is saying, hell yeah, let's go Devils. Nate Bastian with his 6th goal of the year, assisted by Ty Smith and Nico Hischier. Andrew's pumped up. Let's go Devils. My good friend Isha, the City Life Project, saying, what's up, Neil? Great to see you, Isha, as always. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Silver World saying, oh, I was right for so long there. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Your prediction was pretty good, though. I got to give you that. Andrew saying, let's get it. Kat Connor's calling the Islanders dumb morons, or as my dad called, dumbass. So we got morons and dumbass as the insulting names of the day. So there we go. But 7:36 to go here. Devils currently have the puck right now. So the game is tied at 2. I mean, honestly, if the Devils can find a way to at least just get a point, obviously I'd like to see them get both, but just get a point despite, again, more adversity. It just shows you the resilience of this team. So, and my brother is chirping me in the other room as we currently speak. So there's that. We're having fun. We're having fun here, ladies and gentlemen. We're having fun. Jacob's saying, what's up to Isha as the Islanders have the puck right now, trying to get it out, and now Nico gets it, but the puck deflects out of play, and we'll get a stoppage here. 7 minutes on the dot to go here in this one. The Devils have just tied the game up at 2 on a power play goal by Nate Bastian. All right, so Hockey Legend wants me to ban this clone. I'm trying to figure out which one it is now. Next time he comments, Hockey Legend, point it out to me, and I'll take care of it. Jacob saying, Neil carries THPN. I don't know if I carry THPN. I do the best that I can, but everybody carries the network here, man. It's a group effort. It's a team effort. We all do great. Nick Berlansky's going to be on here in a little bit. You guys are going to love him if you haven't hung out with him before. Make sure you stay up late, grab some coffee. I may even come on for a little bit and say hi just to show my support. I guess the Nets scored devastating because your family is yelling. My dad at this point, like, he knew the Nets were not going to win this game, so he's mad. It's the blurry picture. Well, I only see you right now, hockey legend. I only see you. As we have another scrum right in front of the Devils bench, it's Michael McLeod and Ron Johnston pushing and shoving. There's a lot of pushing and shoving in this game. A lot of disagreements between these two teams. Yeah, and then Jaros wants to try to push and shove Chara like that's a good idea. Jacob says, I carry the chat. The chat would have to answer to that one. Silverwolf saying Islanders will win in overtime. All right, so Silverwolf still banking on the Islanders getting the victory tonight. So this has been a good game. It's been a hockey game. Let's put it that way. It's been a hockey game. Both teams getting a couple goals. Goalies making some good saves. Teams trading chances back and forth. It's been a good game for two teams that haven't played in quite some time. I'm definitely just happy. Johnston right now currently is in the box for the Islanders, and there's somebody in the box for the Devils as well. So teams will skate four-side. It's Nate Bastian, who just scored, is now in the box. So teams will skate four-side here for the next 2 minutes with 6:33 remaining in the game. Like I said, I reported the clone. Okay, so hopefully that did something, but I will take care of it moving forward if things get out of hand again, hockey legend. Ross Johnson gets a 2-minute minor for roughing, and I'm assuming that's what they gave Nate Bastian as well. Now the Islanders come into the zone. It's Adam Pelech who has the most recent goal for the Islanders. As now both teams had a chance, but now Jack Hughes trying to get there. Can he get the puck? He cannot, but now Graves keeps it in. Graves drops it over to Jack Hughes, missed him. Jack Hughes drop pass over to Sharangovich. Now Jack Hughes with the puck, holds, takes a wrist shot, and a glove save there by Sorokin. And he'll cover it here. 5:55 to go in the hockey game. The Devils just recently tied the game up here. It's now 2-2, and we will step aside to get another word from our sponsors. And as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure to use our promo code when you sign up, THPN. 5:55 to go here in the hockey game. The Devils have just recently tied the game up at 2 on a power play goal by Nate Bastian. So obviously that is a big time goal there. So we will see here if either team can get a goal late in this one to grab themselves a late lead. Why the hell are they changing? They're making us change the channel now. It's really stupid. I just want to point that out. So if I go dark for a second here as I try to find the channel, I do apologize. As right now teams are skating four-side. What is your favorite gummy candy? Oh, that's tough. 580 or 581. Thank you. My dad just told me it's like 580 or 581. But my favorite gummy candy is probably like gummy worms or gummy bears. It's one of the two. That would probably be my favorite gummy there. Um, Jacob saying, Neil likes Vegas. He DM'd me saying that. Jacob, you and I don't follow each other on anything except TikTok, and I'm barely on TikTok. So you got played there, my friend. But we are now just about at 5-minute point of this game here, still 2-2. He's just saying jelly bellies. Does that count? I think it counts. I think it counts. The one-time shot over to Barzell, and he scores. It's Matt Barzell with 4:53 to go. One-time shot, great pass in the slot, and the Islanders have retaken the lead here late in this one. It's 4-3, and that might be a back-breaking goal, considering all the momentum that the Devils had at that moment. And then Barzell comes in, dekes past a couple. Bailey then drops it to Barzell. Nobody is guarding Barzell. He goes top shelf over the shoulder of John Gillies, and he scores. And the Devils are now trailing once again. He's saying, thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Live watch-alongs every day. The channel. Drop a like for this beauty. Thank you so much, Ish. Appreciate it, man. Now I got to find freaking wherever it is. Here we go. Found it. I found the channel. Hockey Legend saying, bruh, oy vey. Josh helping out and a sub. Absolutely, guys. We're trying to get to 900 by the end of the month. That would be awesome. 4.5 minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen. The Islanders just scored the most recent goal, and a goal by Matt Barzell, 7th of the year. The Islanders are back in front by a goal as it's right now 3-2. So do the Devils have another goal in them to see if they can once again come back to tie the game? We'll see. And we'll see when the Devils decide to pull John Gillies if they have to. Jack Hughes weaving through defenders, makes a nice through, takes a shot, and a good save there by Sorokin. Now White over to Jarosz, who will fire it, and Devils keep it in. Nice pass in the front of the slot. That shot is blocked in front. Good shot there by Sharangovich. Anthony Beauvillier gets there first for the Islanders. He's behind the net. Looking to try to set something up. Beauvillier trying to make a pass in front. Nobody was home. Islanders keep it in. Beauvillier in the slot. That shot is broken up. No penalty as far as I saw. Josh Bailey and Mayfield will get assists. So Bailey has a goal and an assist tonight. Now Johnson comes in for the Devils. Now gives it to Boquist. Boquist, nice feed over to Mercer, but he couldn't hit it. Pass in front of Johnson. That shot goes wide of the net. Oh, two great opportunities there for the Devils, but they could not cash in. Lee Munson called it. No, it's 3-2 Islanders right now, and you said in overtime. So your prediction is only half right, but still it's not full. It's like a third right. And my pop talking about the most recent goal, toppity, shelfity, as he puts it. So 3 minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Devils trying to make one final push here to try to get the tying goal again. They already tied the game up earlier, but now they once again have to try to tie it up. Siegenthaler over to Graves. Graves will fire it into the right side into the Islander zone. Pelech around the boards to Kiefer Bellows. Bellows off the boards, and now the Islanders come the other way. It's Zach Parise dumping it in, trying to get a streaking Casey Zizekas. Colton White pins him along the boards. Now Subban takes it for them. He's just got a question. How is Eberle an all-star but not Kari? I don't know, because the people who vote Ish are idiots and don't know their ass Mahoven ground if they fell in it. But the net is empty here for the Devils with 2:08 to go in the period. In the third period, Devils with the extra man trying to tie this game up. Love Everly, but come on, man. Jacob saying the Devils. Jacob saying Neil will go off when the Devils lose. I may not go off because this is one of those games where the Devils have gotten completely outplayed and they're getting blown out. So I think I would just be more disappointed. The Devils don't find a way to win this game. But here we go. 100 seconds to go in this one. Jack Hughes with the puck right now. Slowly making his way. Drops it to Tatar. Back to Hughes. Now over to Johnson. Devils in the offensive zone. Johnson drops it to Tatar. Tatar, top of the point. Over to Subban. Subban holds. One-time pass over. It fakes the slap shot. Subban over to Smith. Ty Smith gives it over to Tatar off the boards. Tatar loses it, but Subban over to Smith. Smith back to Subban. Still not shooting it. Subban, for the love of God, shoot the damn puck. Freaking Smith. Now Subban with a wrist shot. Now what a stop. And a rebound try is kicked out. Another try. Follow-up try again. And Sorokin makes the save. 1 minute to go as the Devils try to keep it in. And it goes all the way around the boards and back into the Devils zone. Subban takes now 50 seconds to go in this one. Devils fire it at Sorokin. Nobody knows where it is. Pelech now with it. Gets over to Brock Nelson. He fires it all the way down. Is it going to be an icing? No. As Smith will have to go back and get it. 35 seconds to go here. Devils still with a chance here if they hurry. Ty Smith now gets it over to Bastian. He loses the puck. It goes down. Mayfield trying to be pinned on the boards to kill time. 23 seconds to go here. Devils trying desperately to get the puck. Pavel Zacha gets boarded along the boards there. Devils still trying to get to it. 14 seconds to go here. 11 seconds, 10. Devils trying to get it chipped out of the zone. Nico Hischier with it at center ice. Gives it to Jack Hughes. Drops it. Intercepted by the Islanders. 3 seconds, 2-1. And that is all she wrote as the Devils will drop a frustrating one here. A close back and forth game. But Matt Barzal ends up getting the game winner. And the Islanders, in just their second game of 2022, get the victory. And the Devils will now have to wait another 6 days to redeem themselves as they will fall 3-2 to the Islanders in Long Island. So that is a frustrating loss for the Devils. And it sucks because, again, you got to wait a little bit less than a week before their next game. And obviously the Devils continuing to fight through adversity, injuries to key guys, COVID. But hopefully the Devils are a lot healthier by the time their next game comes around. But again, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock will be the next time the Devils are on TV. So that is a tough one for the Devils to swallow. You see the terrible call on the Avs in the other night. I did. Isha was absolutely horrific. One of the worst I've seen. Andrew was saying had chances there. Yeah, Jacob's happy. Cat kind of saying GG, great game. It was a great game. It was really good back and forth game. Subban, so bad. Yeah, he really struggled tonight. So close. GG. Damn sorry, man. It is what it is. It's hockey. Sometimes you face a tough team in a low-scoring game, and that's what ends up happening. But on that note, that'll do it for me here on this live watch along between the Devils and the New York Islanders. Again, in a little bit less than 20 minutes from now, Nick Berlansky will be taking over here on the Hockey Podcast Network as he will be doing a live watch along of the Pittsburgh Penguins versus Los Angeles Kings game. That stream will start at 10:25 p.m. Eastern. As far as me, you can follow me on Twitter at THENVPSHOW and on Instagram at NVPQB11. Follow the Devil State of Mind podcast on Twitter at Devil State, on Instagram at Devil State of Mind, and like us on Facebook as well. Also, like us and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcast episodes. Give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. We post new episodes of the podcast covering all things New Jersey Devils every Monday and Thursday. So, with that being said, that'll do it for me. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight on this live watch along, and I will see you in about 20 minutes as Nick Berlansky will take over with the Pittsburgh Penguins Los Angeles Kings game. Once again, the final score here in this one, the Devils lose a heartbreaker in regulation to the New York Islanders by the score of 3-2. Everyone stay safe and rock on.